intro. Y'all ain't ready for this. The disrespect is real.
I don't give a fuck. I'll do it again. I'm not above it. I am that snake bitch.
No, it's okay. You guys are all welcome to trash Queen in the chat. We'll hold a whole panel on Queen.
I am honest to a point, but a lot of the things I talk about aren't true.
Wait, somebody not telling the truth on YouTube? Are you fucking serious? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Got a monster inside of me. You better watch out if you ignite me. The road ahead of full prophecy to be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. And he gets claws real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling the sword. Never getting bored, loves the blood and gore. Always wanting more freedom from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the fourth departed. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness. Torn apart quick, you left scars ripped. You'll be chewed up and discarded.
Me and my friends, we're gonna find you and we're gonna rip you apart like a wasteland.
Snakes don't get a fucking safe space. If she wants to keep it going, then we'll keep going. If she wants to stop the bullshit, then we'll stop the bullshit. But I'm not gonna fucking sit here and let anybody lie on my motherfucking name.
Bring your ass. The fucking link is in the chat. That's you.
Oh, loose booty, wet panty looking ass boy. Replay that, Queen. Her name is Queen. It ain't really so much Queen. Queen B. Queen B. Queen B. Okay, there. Queen B. Queen B's money. Queen B ain't got no money. Queen B.
She always fucks some shit up. I don't know why PJ doesn't get his ass on a motherfucking leash and get his ass under control. Fuck.
Better than never. I can feel my heart rate, adrenaline pressure. It's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter, try to do it like me, but I do it better. I got a mind that's clever, the beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious, an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness, I can honest believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. So, he's locked away inside with the key control by fight or flight.
And I haven't brought it public, you know why? Because someone that I was fucking close to is in the middle of a goddamn lawsuit.
How do I get my hands on your soul? Because I need something to clean these titty thoughts. My dove is just not doing it.
Bring your asses. As simple as that. Come in. I mean, bring it. Bring your asses. Hey, don't get Queen B and her 550, 600 servants. Bring their asses out.
You might have started it, but I'm gonna finish it.
Absolutely. Or go to somebody else's panel. Let me just say Queen B's panel. I'm telling you, we all need to go up on Queen B's panel because that seems where everybody's going. I guess Queen B is like the god of YouTube.
Queen B Escobar, bro.
She's in China just making drugs.
You know, I run the cartel on the YouTubes. I run the cartel here. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what boss bitches do.
Exactly.
Beefing with the Queen Bee because I heard the stinger sucks.
This lady Queen Bee with the lip ring is innocent. You two weirdos are being weird. No, I know who this is. You're the lady that was on Molly Go Lightly.
No. You have no doubt QB could hold her own with any female on YouTube. Let me tell you something we all learned a long time ago.
I would fuck her up and drag her from here to China. Let's meet one-on-one.
Writing checks their mouth can't cash. Bitch, I didn't write a check my mouth can't cash. I cash all them motherfucking checks.
And I cannot for the life of me understand why people put her on a pedestal. And these allegedly smart people put her on this pedestal like she's something important.
We got to tell you about yourself. It's your fucking old lying ass over there. Is her fucking name obnoxiously relevant?
Because
I know, she changed it.
She meant to say obnoxious and irrelevant. That's what she meant to say.
And coincidentally, it sounds exactly like Queen Bee's voice because, as I've always thought, Queen Bee is using some sort of slight distortion on her voice when she broadcasts.
Exposed!
Queen Bee exposed! Oh my god, bitch. Did they get that Dugan?
Said they get that Dugan. That shit chronicle shady. You better fucking shut your mouth with that. Well, stop.
Wow. What in the hell? Someone told Queen Bee that you said it was her hacking your email. What the hell is wrong with people?
Take your ass to bed. It's fucking past your bedtime. Go on now.
Right? Why you gotta be crying?
Fucking killing the vibe, bitch. Take your ass to bed. Boston, no, I'm not capping at all. I'm telling the whole truth.
Good, babe.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna skedaddle. You know me, skedaddling away.
All right.
Pumpkin. I love you too.
Alright. I despise you, Boston.
Whatever.
Good morning, beautiful.
Happy day.
Happy day, baby. We got trigger today. Gotta trigger these motherfuckers every day.
Baby Jesus just showed us that, you guys. I swear to God.
I know that's right, because you just put right on that shit.
Yes, I did. Baby Jesus was like, look here.
Yeah, fuck the pause. Pause for the cause. Fuck that pause.
I'm just trying to be a better person. I know it.
Let's see here. God damn it, Duke. You hear him?
Yes, the dog is orange.
Damn it, Duke.
Girl, this tea is piping.
It's living. Motherfucker's hot.
That just burnt the roof of my mouth.
Where's Candy Sue? Where's she at? You heard that like I heard that one. Fire in the hole. Smoke him if you got him.
You're like the type of person that would probably be in the back of the class.
Fuck you, me too.
Ellie's a thug.
Right.
You don't
We're all thugs around here. Shambles. Thank you for supporting the hot biddies. Y'all wasn't ready for that, was you?
Wait, I wasn't, bitch. I was not. I wasn't even close to ready for that shit. All right, I love you, baby girl. I'm gonna jump off.
I love you too, baby doll. Yo, what's happening, you guys? How you doing? How you doing? Happy April Fools. Have y'all been getting jokes played on y'all day? April Fools jokes. You know we've been dealing with them over here. Because it's just hilarious, you know, when you have littles that they just think it's stinking hilarious to do April Fool's jokes. To be young again, you know? To be young again. Oh, you guys. How was everybody's Easter? Did everybody have a good Easter yesterday? I was going to pop on here and say hey to y'all, but I figured it was a good day to rest and chill, you know? A good day to chill out. Did y'all enjoy yourselves? Enjoy time with the family? What's been going on? These streets have been getting crazy, huh? I had a good Easter. I did. Georgia, how about you, baby? Jamie, yours was good? That's good. That's good. That is good. So look, we got a couple things to talk about. We got a few things to get started here with. So, you know, I'm having like Quentin Simon flashbacks, y'all, for real. And then I flipped on YouTube and Savage was live today. And she had, you know, over there on panel, well, reviewing her live stream. And she had the motherfucking nerve. You guys, listen. Trying to listen to that bitch. I'm like, oh my God. Look. I don't know if y'all watched her today, but Lord, I cannot wait. I cannot fucking wait for Burnt Toast to review that, because holy shit. She really was over there talking about, you guys shouldn't be contacting the families and you guys shouldn't be doing this and you shouldn't be doing that. And I'm like, what the fuck? We've been screaming this shit at you guys for 2 years now. What the hell are you talking about? I think somebody's mad because Dolly and JLR took off and went down there and somebody else didn't get a go, you know? Car troubles and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Could be car troubles, could be financial. I'm not sure. Don't know, don't care. But I know somebody was a little salty. Super salty. I also know that somebody got mad when they got told they weren't supposed to be searching for 24 hours and decided to, you know, dox somebody on their platform, which in turn caused them to start getting death threats. And in turn, they had to stop their fucking search because of the bullshit. Then I seen where Uvalde school, the school that had the pew-pews, they actually offered to send up, you know, people to like basically guard them while they search. Now, how fucking crazy is that? I have never in my life heard of somebody trying to ruin a search for a missing child. Never in my life. I was kind of fucking shocked to hear that, to be honest with y'all. Like I said, I knew the other stuff was going on, but this was just okay. So this is from the day before yesterday. So let's listen to it.
Security concerns, the United Cajun Navy is temporarily called.
Hey, B Tim, what's up, man?
What's up? What's up?
Nothing. I was talking about this, you know, basically hindering cases, misinformation, Heckling Family, stuff like that. And the United Cajun Navy, you know, asked for 24 hours to get their stuff together. A certain person got mad and upset. And then next thing you know, they're starting to get death threats and they actually had to cancel their search and reschedule it.
Yeah.
Threats. And I've never in my life seen this happen to a missing child's case. I've never seen. I mean, we've seen, like I said, I'm getting like Quentin Simon vibes from it all, but I've never seen somebody do this. You know what I'm saying? To make it to the point where people can't search for a missing child.
Yeah, I mean, it's just irresponsible. It's very irresponsible, but that furious blinking individual to basically state that on a live stream and tell them to put cameras in their faces. And then I hear that locals were the ones that were threatening. But I'm like, who do you think the locals are watching?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Do you think the locals are just watching like regular news, or you think they're watching live streamers? And they probably got the information from local live streamers. You see that all the time with these cases. And they proceeded to, you know, do what they usually do in these situations, which is make a situation even worse than it is. Now, I will not.
Cheyenne says JLR is suing the United Cajun Navy. Now, see, I did hear that as a rumor, but I have not seen him say anything, and I haven't heard him say anything, and I have not seen anything filed. So I'm not sure if that's just a rumor or if that's something that he said. I don't know.
I heard there was a cease and desist because the first comment, like the reply from the Cajun Navy, was wrong. It was definitely not something they should have ever done. And also there was something.
I heard they did a thing and accused him of being a kidnapper or something along those lines, or having a charge for kidnapping.
Yeah, and being
lines, which is not true.
And also being armed and dangerous, which is not true. And that is definitely the lines of defamation. So, I mean, would he have a case? I don't know, but will he be an annoying fuck? Yeah, he's known for that. He's known to be being an annoying fuck. I mean, he has 3,000 cases to show you that he's been an annoying fuck to people for no reason because he gets bored. So, I mean, I wouldn't put it past him to be like, you know what, I'm going to fuck with the Cajun Navy now and bring a lawsuit against them because they made this post about me, which is kind of rich.
I was going to say, was it said on live or was it said on a post or where?
Facebook.
Oh, Facebook post. Okay. See, I wasn't sure if it was under their stuff or if it was a comment or, you know what I mean? If it was said on a stream or something, you know?
Yeah, it was said on a Facebook post. And I don't know where they got their information, but then they deleted it shortly afterwards. But definitely was not a good idea to do. But then it's like JLR is basically causing a whole situation there with this fucking bullshit. So is Dolly and all the rest. So I don't know. I don't think they give. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, it just gets fucking old. I mean, like, come on, when is enough enough? Why the fuck?
Why the fuck do they continue to do this? Because they profit from it. Because they profit from it. I mean, that's why YouTube recommends them. It puts them in the algorithm. YouTube makes their little percentage of a cut, and then they get their cut. And basically, the losers are the child, the missing child, and because he gets lost in the sauce between all this stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, here he is, this poor kid. Here he is missing, and they can't even do a freaking search. They can't even go look for him or search for him because of the threats. You got adults fighting back and forth. The mom and the dad, have conflicting, stories of what happened the day before, or how he felt or what he said, and then you got the stepdad and his ex-wife in a fucking hellish custody battle, going at each other and going on live streams and talking shit.
And they're all feeding.
And I mean, that's bogging it down too, because that has really, nothing to do with him missing at this point. I mean,
and they're all feeding into it. They're like each of these live streamers are inviting family members. Like I've seen Jaundice for All with that smiling lady, basically like trying to be Detective fucking like Crusoe or whatever.
Yeah, they had them up there. They was smiling in their face. We believe you. We trust us, and we can, and then next thing you know, here goes Smiley fucking turning on him and talking shit to him.
Which is always the case. And I recommend this to all these people. It's like, do not like go to these legitimate sources like these people. Like you can go to like
Savage. I'm glad you did that live today, because I mean she's back to having 200 and 300 people in her chats again. So I mean,
well, that's because she got a new set of people that don't know her history.
Her show and all that too. She did that. They did that documentary thing or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm glad you're, because I'd heard that shit this morning. I'm like, oh my god, this is real rich coming from that person. Like, are you kidding me? We've been screaming this shit at y'all for 2 years now, and you're finally just now getting it.
Yeah, and the person that's suffering is this child. This child is suffering, absolutely. And the family is suffering because they're being accused, like they're being looked into, and they're being accused, and it's just like they have been arrested. They have been charged. Why are you guys doing this? Why are you guys not focusing on spreading information about this kid? And if there's no new information about this kid, move on to the next kid. Move on to the next case.
Because of the rumors, the news actually had to come out and inform people that, Chris Proudfoot had to go back to work, and his wife had to go with him, Katie, because she was getting threats and death threats and couldn't stay in the home by herself. Yeah. While he left to go back to work. Oh my god, he's going back to work. How dare him? He has to. They have fucking bills. He's been missing for a month and a half. I'm sure their bills are well far behind this point.
Most people don't have like $500 in their bank account. Do you think they have like a 6-month emergency fund to basically decide not to work? And do you think their job's going to let them just like keep their position if they're gone for like 3 months? I mean, like, you have to survive. What do you want them to do? Starve on the streets so that you can, while you collect super chats? It's really rich from these, like, some of these, like, these true crime YouTubers that basically, it's like, oh, he should just not work and do anything while they collect the super chats. Well, if you care about that so much, take your super chats and give it to him so he doesn't have to work. How about that? How about that as a thought process?
But then you got him out there. You got his or their parents are going and checking on the house to make sure nobody's breaking in or doing things, or damaging it. And then they start getting heckled and harassed. I mean, pictures taken of them, videos and shit. What the hell?
And it's like, this is like they lost the plot. It's not about this kid spreading awareness for this kid. It's about, oh, we're gonna be part of a freaking Dateline solve mystery. We're gonna try to do our little game where we're gonna see who's the killer and everything. But it's like, you're not detectives. You're not smart. I wouldn't trust you to open up a can of tomato sauce because I think you would get it wrong. And you're all just idiots, and you shouldn't be doing this. and you're fucking with people's lives, and you're fucking with the neighborhoods, and you're fucking with this with this search for this kid. It's fucked up, and everyone's just, it's just bullshit, man.
Yeah, it just gets old. I just, there's so many, like, and trust me, I know that there's a few of us that aren't really getting along, but I'll tell you right now, even before with Quentin Simon, we had to come together to deal with these people. You know what I'm saying? To deal with these clowns, pretty much. And I feel like that's what we're up against again.
I don't know. I think the problem is you're not fighting just these clowns. You're fighting YouTube's algorithm that recommends them. Because when you see like Dolly with 2,000 people, or when you see these people have like way more increased people, that's not because like suddenly they just like they're doing such great coverage. It's because YouTube is doing a recommendation. YouTube is basically
they're going to throw them into the algorithm. Yeah.
So we're not just fighting a situation where it's just these YouTubers. We're fighting an algorithm that is pushing new people towards these areas and not pushing them to like actual responsible true crime channels that actually are responsible, who actually try to spread the correct information and try to be sensitive to the family and try not to be involved themselves into an investigation. There are responsible true crime channels. I mean, you got Pascal.
Oh, there's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. You got Ikemo.
Well, and now, I'm sorry.
You go.
Well, now they're starting to say that the Seth, the father, they're starting to say that something's going on with him because he was on Pascal and he's like, he asked him a question. He goes, well, I can't answer that because you're not answering the right questions. You're not asking me the right questions.
Well, I mean, I would recommend to like the family to stop doing YouTube interviews and like if you have your own social media platform, they know who you are, create your YouTube and just basically put the information out there for the kid and what you're doing. And you don't have to go through these people anymore. You have attention now. You do not have to go on these channels anymore. You could just basically do it yourself and that's it. Because you're going to go on a lot of these channels and they're going to ask you questions and you might not be able to answer them because, the police might have told you not to answer them, or you might not want to answer them because, various reasons. So that's my advice. And it's really just people need to focus on looking for this kid and focus of not getting involved, like getting in between the search for this poor kid, And if you're running out of material, how about you guys move on to another case?
Well, and then you got Chris McDonough. He turned around and said that Summer Wells is autistic, and I'm like, what? Wait, what?
Well, he's trying to insert himself.
From Tragedy Pimps Exposed, caught him saying that the other day. I'm like, what?
Yeah, and it
was on Dolly. So he was on Dolly's when he said, no, you're not asking me the right questions.
Oh, okay. He was on Dolly.
It was on Dolly's. Yeah.
Because I don't remember I saw that.
All over. But he's been on all different kinds of panels. You know what I mean? So
I would tell him to stop. I would tell them all to stop. I tell them to get together.
Why don't they cover cold cases? Take your channels. And girl, they ain't covering no damn cold cases. They can't get no fucking clicks and views. There ain't no juicy drama and, gossip
Are you out of your mind? Okay, let me tell you something. If you cover a cold case, you will get almost no views. Okay, like you will get no views. And a lot of these guys don't do any research. They don't have the talent to make a cold case interesting, to bring in the people that are interested into it. So what they do is, and Dolly explained this, by the way, this is not me taking words, is that they look for like the trending search terms on Google with a case. And they say, oh, look, this case is trending on YouTube, like on Google. And then they'll start doing that case. Then they'll start doing that because it's already trending. And then it gets the new people because YouTube will send the new people. The algorithm will send them to those streams that are covering it. And that's how they make their money. And they don't need to do that much research because all you need to do is play a clip, read an article, and just, do a Zav girl. What do you guys think? And then that's pretty much it. If you do a cold case, like a real cold case, I mean, I remember I was talking about cold cases a while ago, and it's like you're talking about like 10 hours worth of research if you're lucky to wrap your head around like a cold case and to actually have an understanding of that cold case. And even then, you get shit wrong once in a while because, you're not going to remember every single thing. But the amount of research necessary to do a cold case and the award that you get for a cold case doesn't antiquate. You're not, very few YouTubers can make a cold case interesting.
Right. Blank screen member for 11 months says, how real rich is that? Projecting that onto others. Oh, man, I know you heard it too. I'm like, there ain't no way. I don't know what the hell she's talking about, but this is, like I said, we've been saying this for 2 damn years now. You know what I'm saying? We've been telling these guys to cut their shit out and stop doing this, hindering and heckling and all kinds of shit. Today, she had the fucking audacity to say, I don't reach out to family members. They reach out to me. I said, oh my God, girl, stop it. No, they do not.
What is she like gonna she's gonna do like the op? She's gonna be like, I'm against tragedy pimps.
Yeah, that's exactly what she was out there like. Stop talking to the families, and I'm like, what?
I'm against the tragedy pimps. I'm against them all. She's going to make her exposed video.
Yeah, No Wire Hangers did a really good video. No Wire Hangers. And Savage was live about it this morning. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? She's definitely getting the word out there. I think Burnt Toast will be live tonight.
Yeah.
That's like people need to pay attention to this. People need to be paying attention to it because it's getting right back up to where it was with Summer and Quentin Simon. You know what I mean? And now we're on to another case, Sebastian Rogers.
And which is a damn shame because you know what this
is? It really is.
And you know what gets me annoyed is that, you know what? There's YouTubers that cover missing kids all the time that get no traction. And none of these big YouTubers ever cover these missing kids. But suddenly this missing kid gets traction and all of them are just going down there. They see JLR there. They're trying to get the views. And it's really sickening. It really does show you that they're very disingenuous. They don't care about the kid. They care about making money. They care because this is their job, and their job is to basically do this, and they do it unethically. Their job, pretty much. I mean, if you got to make a living by doing these things, then I would suggest you do a career change. I would suggest you get a new job, or at least get a job while doing this so you can supplement your income. But you know what? It's really giving a lot of good true crime channels and good, channels that focus on missing children. These people are giving them a bad name, and it's unfair because these channels are legitimately doing good things. Like, there are legitimate channels that try to contact the family when it comes to when the family contacts them and they try to get their awareness out for their kid when basically they're not getting the traction with with the news, and they say, hey, my kid's been missing for 6 months. Can you help me? Can you get the word out for my kid? Can you get them? And they do that, and, there's good channels that do that. There's really good channels that do that.
Well, the new thing is if you don't want to mess with her, if you don't want to talk to her, it's because you're guilty.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm like, the reverse psychology is not working out for you, buddy.
Yeah, well, just because that basically makes everyone guilty because no one wants to talk to you. I mean, to be honest with you, we're all guilty. No one wants to talk to you.
Yeah, so here I'm gonna link No Wire Hangers. If you guys get a chance, go check her video out. It's really good. I'm gonna link that, and I'm gonna finish playing this real fast.
Calling off their search for Sebastian Rogers. Good evening and welcome to News 2 Now at 10. I'm Bob Mueller.
And I'm Haley Wilkes. The nonprofit organization joined the search for the teen missing out of Hendersonville last weekend. But as News 2's Sarah Smith reports, the group says the search has now become too dangerous.
The volunteer group United Cajun Navy reportedly getting death threats for their efforts in finding Sebastian Rogers. Sumner County Commissioner Don Schmidt shares his concerns.
I did receive a phone call from Skip Butler a couple of days ago, and he had reached out to me. And as soon as he told me that, that he was getting death threats and they were, fearing for their safety, I said, you need to call law enforcement right away.
It's unclear who the threats are coming from. United Cajun Navy says they plan to start the search back up, but in private, adding that they don't want certain groups or personalities getting in the way. The group also taking to their Facebook page to share this post, writing anyone that impedes on their search will be a person of interest.
Now, I understand people are, speculating, and I get it. That's just the nature of our society, especially when it comes to social media. But, I would like to see that energy from speculating diverted to finding Sebastian.
The sheriff's office says they'll give an update on Sebastian's disappearance Tuesday. Schmidt says check with deputies before searching on your own.
I'm concerned of the welfare and the safety of our citizens out there searching. If they search on properties that they just don't have permission to search, or if they just, disturb anything or contaminate anything, those are the biggest fears.
1 month later, this community hopeful Sebastian is alive. His story even catching the attention of people across state lines.
Gosh forbid he wasn't here, that, other states are aware of his missing and are continuing to share the flyers.
In Hendersonville, Sarah Smith, News 2.
Yeah, so apparently they're going to restart their search, do a search, but they just don't want anybody else out there, I guess. Or, well, pretty much they don't want the YouTubers out there. And yeah, I can't blame them. I really can't.
They contribute nothing. They're more of a hindrance to a search. They're not actually helping. So why the fuck do they need to be out there?
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, do they think like the Cajun Navy is part of like trying to hide Sebastian? No, they're trying to look for him. So why don't you guys just get out of the way and move on to the next thing, or at least not complete assholes about it, and not send your crazy audience to harass people? That'd be great. Super chat membership, by the way, Cream.
Firefly gifted 10 memberships. Thank you so much, love. I appreciate that. If you guys get one, make sure you tell her thank you. That's really sweet of you, love. Thank you for supporting the hive, baby.
Yeah.
Amanda said, I agree 100%. They're out there for clicks and views and subs. We know this creator has literally said it. Some of them, it's ridiculous. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We definitely know what they're out there for.
Yeah.
For sure. We know what they're out there for. I mean, how many families have to go through this shit? I mean, like I said, enough is enough.
Well, shit. YouTube needs to say to themselves, listen, you cannot be jumping into the middle of investigation. You can report on a case, you could talk about a case, and but you can't be like telling your crazed audience, hey, make sure to film them, make sure to just harass them. You know what I mean? Like, what was he thinking? Blinks.
I'm really not sure. We'll just I was gonna say we'll leave it at we'll call him Blinks.
Furious Blinks.
I'm really not sure because his following is so big that immediately they were gonna go straight into looking him up and you know what I'm saying, going super hard.
Yeah,
which is really not necessary. This was 8 hours ago, and it says people are going to continue to search. Here it says volunteers continue looking for Sebastian Rogers.
Hey, people were out searching for 15-year-old Rogers, despite the United Cajun Navy stopping its search because of alleged threats. Our Dragon quickly shares how community volunteers are now establishing their own search headquarters.
A community organized search party says it will start meeting every day from 9:30 to 6 to search for Sebastian Rogers, and they're asking for more volunteers. They're handing out flyers, a reminder for people to be on the lookout for the 15-year-old with autism who vanished from his home in Sumner County last month. Karen Strom has been involved since the day she heard he went missing.
I think every mom is looking at his face and seeing their own child, and they can't imagine sitting still. So we didn't sit still.
She's been knocking on doors, searching public places, and checking her yard twice a day. Says she knows it's making a difference.
There are people that we still come across that don't know who Sebastian is. And that is exactly why we need more people. We need people to share.
This comes after the United Cajun Navy stopped their search because they say their volunteers were receiving death threats. But this group says they're undeterred.
There's people that lurk and they stare, but we've not had any indication of any kind of threat ourselves.
And they aren't alone. The Uvalde Foundation for Kids has said they are sending an additional 18 volunteers to help. They said threats are not tolerated and will not stop the search.
Having a couple handfuls of people is a lot better than having nothing. And so every person that shows up is going to help.
Everyone is taking the day off from searching tomorrow to spend time with their families for Easter. It will resume at 9:30 on Monday morning near the Rudder in Hendersonville. Dryden Quigley, WSMV4.
Seeker, thank you for gifting 10 memberships, love. I appreciate that. I just seen that. And Katrina, thank you so much, birthday girl. Happy birthday, love, and thank you so much for gifting 10 memberships. I appreciate that, baby. Thank you for 5. Thank you, Seeker. I don't know, but you know what? They said, first of all, so I wonder if the police department is okay with them continuing to search, because I know that they said they didn't want just people out there searching. They wanted them to at least check in so that they knew who was out there and they knew who was all searching. So if somebody got lost or didn't return, they were able to, know that that person was out there.
Yeah.
But if they're doing these searches on their own,
well, my problem isn't necessarily the search. My problem is the live streaming.
Well, yeah, and that too. But I mean, we just dealt with a situation here. We just had a situation here where someone, went out searching and came across what they were looking for and, needed therapy. And, then we got into people pledging for this therapy, the pledge not going through or not having, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what?
And into issues and
you know what? I don't want to, I don't want to be mean about it, but if you're out searching, you kind of got to expect seeing things that you might not like. You know what I mean? Like that's like a lesson you have to learn on your own. And unfortunately, you know what I mean? If people want to help and search, it's fine. I have a problem with live streaming searching. My problem is you going out there live streaming because that means you're trying to profit from, doing something and you're not focused. You're not entirely focused on the search. You're focused on your live stream and you're trying to profit from this missing kid. If you want to live stream, go on the side of the road, stand in one position, or just stand in your car or stay at home and live stream and talk about the case. I don't like the idea of searchers going out there, and YouTube should not like that either. Live streaming while searching is fucking, for a missing child, that is ridiculous. I'm sorry, that is ridiculous. You should not do that. So, I mean, like with the lady, I feel bad for you. She has to go to therapy and all that, but if she, she wants to go out there and search, well, I'm not going to pay the bill. If you want to give her money, that's fine. I'm not going to give her a dime. It's like, okay, well, maybe you should have thought of that before that. Maybe you'll find, you know what I mean? You don't search for a missing child and not expect to see something bad. So, sorry that might sound harsh. That's just my opinion. I know some of them are, but in my heart, I believe there are good people out there. No, there are good people. I just think there's a lot of good people that watch actual, these channels. It's just that some of them are just like.
Well, and I agree. If you're gonna go out and you know exactly what you're going out to look for, what you potentially will be coming across, then you need to fully be prepared for that. And if you're not, then you should not be going out there. Correct? I mean, don't you think?
Yeah, and you know what? You want to live stream this so you can just like traumatize a bunch of other people or destroy this kid's image? No, that's not right. You know what I mean?
No, I do agree with the police. I don't think you should live stream it as you're searching. I think that's
ridiculous. And
YouTube,
right.
You shouldn't. I agree with that.
And YouTube should step in with that type of that type of content. You should not be live streaming when you're fucking searching for people in the middle of the woods, because you're not focused on the search, number one. Your attention is diverted to your live stream and you're diverted to the search. So you could have missed a location and they all check it off as search, and that kid could have been there and now that kid's dead. Or you could have found a body and now you just filmed a body and now it's on the internet, and now it's literally no way of deleting it because you put it in the internet, you put it out there. Okay. It's like, or you could be like a scenario where like let's say like the kidnapper or whatnot is watching your live stream and he's like, wow, look, he missed the spot. They were right there. They're missing it. I maybe should just run over there and try to get rid of the evidence or something like that. I don't know. That's a least likely scenario, the last one. But anything is possible when you're live streaming a situation like that, and it's not a good situation. There are so many points against live streaming a search. There is no point that is good about live streaming a search. No point. I dare anyone to jump on here and debate me on the good points of live streaming a search. Probably not going to get any takers on that. The only thing, because most likely the most a person's going to be, if they're completely honest with me, if they jump up here and they're honest, what they're going to say is, well, it's entertaining. Well, I'm sorry, sir. You can go to Netflix.
Well, one of the girls that I was talking to in another chat, she said that she does it because, which she only has a couple hundred people in there, but she said she does it so that other people at home can, be included in the search. I said, well, I don't think they should really be included in a search for a missing child. If
what is this? Where's Waldo? I mean, like, it's not a motherfucking game.
I guess I don't understand.
It's not a motherfucking game. It's not Where's Waldo. Look, do you see the bushes? Do you see them? No, motherfucker. You can go out there and focus on yourself. Give me a break. And you know what? You answered your own question, Queen. A couple of hundred people were watching. Would that person get a couple of hundred people if they weren't watching while going through the woods? Like if they were just sitting at home?
So hold on. Snark says the searchers who are meeting at the Rudder Daily are using, what is this, Caltipo to map their searches. They are not live streaming. That's really nice to know. That is really nice to know. But there's quite a few YouTubers that are still live streaming while they're searching.
Which is ridiculous. I don't agree with that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just don't think it's...
Now, I would probably state that this is my advice to the Cajun Navy. Do not go in a back and forth with JLR because he brings... Oh, I should have said furious blinks. Do not go into a back and forth with him. I think that's not a good idea. I think you should never go in a back and forth discussion with him on any sort.
Yeah.
Never. The guy.
Kane said channels are making big bucks off the back of this poor kid. Oh, absolutely they are. Oh, absolutely they are.
Yeah. And there are channels that are doing it correctly, that are actually spreading awareness for this kid, who are not exploiting this kid. And then there's channels that are exploiting this kid to the 10th degree.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There are good channels. There are good channels that are covering the story responsibly and not doing.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And I mean, there's going to be good channels and there's going to be, you know what I'm saying, shit channels. But I think this case has been taken a little too far with Heckling the Family, going out and finding the stepdad's ex to interview, you know what I'm saying, to interview her, to get her story out here. You know, like I said, they're in a,
Oh, but wait, if you do that to
divorce and child custody case, that's really nobody else's business out here.
Yeah. But wait, if you do that, if we did that, that's going real life. They do it. It's true crime.
Absolutely. Well, and not only that though, I mean, listen to this. So Bangs, Crime Sleuthin', which I was really, thought she was doing pretty good until oh my God.
That's your mistake. That's your mistake.
Yeah. So she basically got a hold of Cajun Navy, right? And so she had set up some interview or whatever with these guys so that they could come on and say, hey, this is what's going on. This is how, this is what we've decided to do, whatever, so that they could kind of explain themselves and their side and whatever.
Okay.
I guess she set it all up and they came in and seen her chat and refused. Now, like I said, this is just somebody telling me what happened. So I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But apparently she decided to, because the guy he backed out, I guess he didn't want to go up on panel. And so she had actually had a conversation with him and she recorded the conversation with him. And because he refused to come on panel, apparently she played this fucking recording that he didn't even know anything about.
Question, what state does she reside in?
I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, certain states are two-party consent
I
state.
need to get confirmation that this happened, but I'm pretty sure that's how it went down on a live stream.
Crime Sleuth, and you better hope that you're in a one-party consent state. Just stating that as a matter of law, you might be facing federal wiretapping laws in your state. So I don't know if that's a smart move. There's a certain turtle boy that has to deal with that situation because he did the same scenario. So you better hope that you are in a one-party consent state that you did that with. So you don't Oklahoma. Okay, let me see. So let me see. Maybe it is a one-party consent state. Let me see. Oklahoma says it does. Act does say that it is illegal to record an in-person or telephone communication without the consent of at least one party, or to record. Okay, so it is a one-party state. So she's not going to face any time. You got lucky there. Maybe you looked that up beforehand. But it's pretty fucking unethical. Is Oklahoma two-party? I don't know. I said here one party. Let me just make sure. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like one-party consent is in that state. So she's in the clear when it comes legally. That's what Google says. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Google's got it wrong, but it sounds like a one-party. So it's one party, but still pretty unethical, pretty shitty thing to do if you want to read further. Let me see. All right, refer. Oklahoma stipulates that it is one-party consent state with recording. That means that in Oklahoma, it is legal to record a conversation if one party to the conversation knows about the consents to the recording. Yeah, that means one party. Both. I'd say one-party consent. Looks like. It is criminal going to record the consent of at least one person. Yeah, it's one-party consent. You're right. Thank you. I'm just making sure. Someone said read further. I thought I messed up something. I was like, wait, did I mess up something? Okay. But yeah, it's pretty unethical to do something because good luck getting more interviews, because if you did release a recording of that, then that's not good for you. Not good at all. It kind of destroys your credibility, because then that guy could say, listen, they record all your conversations. An off-the-record discussion they record. So she did it. Not very good idea. Did you all see the clip of YouTube creator who fell asleep at the wheel while driving? Yeah, that was called Dolly. We all know who that was. That guy, we saw the video a couple of times. It was pretty sad. Pretty sad that the guy's like driving, looking for a missing kid, and might have accidentally fell asleep and might have hit some kid while driving because he didn't want to take a nap. I also saw his terrible performance where he's yelling at PJ, demanding her to do searches and stuff like that. Tell me the address of the kid's home. Wouldn't you know that? You're searching for the kid. You don't know his home address? Is PJ doing all your research? Jesus Christ. Like, holy fuck, I saw that. I was like, whoa, bro. Why don't you do some research for the missing kid? Why are you making PJ do all the goddamn work? Like, give me a break. Are you paying her? I hope you're paying her. I hope she gets some of that money. It seems like she's doing your job for you. Just saying. Doing Google searches and creating your thumbnails. Hopefully she gets a cut. Just saying. It's only fair. Jesus Christ. I would never let a man treat me like that. Yeah, well, I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't, but that was kind of crazy. And I saw him like yelling at her. I'm like, listen, you don't even know the kid's house, the address of the kid you're looking for, or the parents' residence. First off, that's crazy to me when he was saying that. I was like, you took a flight all the way there and you didn't decide to do like create a PowerPoint, like a presentation, like some sort of document so you can like have a reference to know the address, the last locations, timeline of events, locations searched already. You know, just simple shit like that I would think about. I'm not some professional searcher, and you're doing that. It's crazy to me. Absolutely nuts. He has to sleep, beats him. Yeah, he can sleep in a bed. He can sleep on the side of the road parked, but not while driving. Like not going to bed while it's behind the wheel. Beats him. Can you put up a poll asking, did Dolly fall asleep at the wheel or was it nodding off? It was a debate.
Yeah, I was gonna say I seen we played that video. Somebody made a little video or something about it, and he looked like he was half asleep. Yeah. Hold on. Care Bear said, yeah, Queen Bee, can you put up a poll asking did Dolly fall asleep or the wheel, or was it nodding off? It was a debate some of us were having, and it's a nice poll. Yes, we'll put that up real quick to see. I mean, you know what? He probably did fall asleep. He was traveling. He was tired. He was driving, or I think he flew. I don't know if he drove or flew or what the hell he was doing, honestly. But I know his ass was getting down there just like everybody else. I think that's another reason why, you know, old mad ass over there. I think that's why she was so upset. But I can tell you right now, like man, there's people exploiting the fuck out of this.
I hope her car works by the 15th or 14th because she'll need it. Just a thought.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
She'll need that car. She'll need to take a drive. Let's just say that much on the 16th. So, hurry it up. I don't think I don't think the individual that you're going to meet is going to take the excuse that your car broke down for 2 months. So he'll say, take a rail, take a plane ticket, get your ass down here. So good luck. Good luck.
Look, this was from 2 days ago. Oh, sorry. This is from 2 days ago, and it says raw interview reveals new information. Now, people are saying that there's like the dad's being kind of suspect here. I don't really think he is. I think he's just really upset and really nervous. You know, and really wanting his son to come back alive, you know, and be found alive. I don't really think he's a suspect like people are saying. I mean, I don't know. This interview didn't really change my mind, but it did change some other people's minds. I'm going to play this while we do the poll real quick.
Your son went missing. How are you feeling today?
Same as I was yesterday. Just continuing the search, continue looking. I'm not going to give up. Nobody can make me give up.
And where have you been searching? Where do you think he is?
I've been searching everywhere. I mean, anything out of that 5 mile radius that the initial search did, they covered everything there. But there's stuff elsewhere. I mean, we got a lot of territory to cover. And it being over a month, he could be anywhere currently. So I'm searching everywhere.
You, Katie, and Chris had a meeting with TBI today. Did you find out any new information?
Not that I can discuss.
Any progression that might show hope in this search?
Oh, I always have hope. Can't take that away from me.
And how confident are you that Sebastian is alive, and what do you think he's doing right now?
Pretty sure he's probably playing video games somewhere. Nobody's letting him, you know.
So when he says he's probably playing video games somewhere, that insinuates to me that he's like at someone's house, or he's with, you know what I'm saying? That he's with somebody at somebody's house. I just feel like that's a little far-fetched to me right now at this point.
Yeah, I think it's like that kind of like like you're kind of hoping that he's not in the middle of the woods or, you know, deceased or anything. You're hoping that he's safe and maybe being held somewhere, nothing's bad happening to him. He's just being held.
I just feel like, well, he's a sheriff, you know. I mean, I feel like he's, you know, I don't know.
I mean, it's like we all have that like a little bit of hope in us, you know. I mean, when it comes to tragedy, we all have that hope for the last minute, and we hope, you know, even if it's unrealistic, we have that bit of hope, you know, above all else. So, you know, I don't know. I don't think that's so suspicious of him to say that. I just think that's just.
Sorry, what I say, Sheriff? He's a corrections officer. Yes, you. Thank you for correcting me. Yes, he is a corrections officer, not a sheriff. I apologize.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, you know, just saying. You keep on playing.
Whoever's got him, they're not letting him see the regular news. They're not letting
the recording is awful. I don't know what they were doing with the
I'm looking for him.
volume or what, you know what I mean, but it's awful.
Be trying to get a hold of me, and that keeps me going.
Is there a strong reason to believe he may have been abducted?
I don't know if he's been abducted or if he's just, you know, over at a friend's house. Never know. But I'll know when I find him. I'll know exactly what has happened to him.
And other news outlets were reporting that there were lights seen in the backyard that were caught on camera by a neighbor's video. Is that true?
No. What that was a trash truck. Went through, picked up trash, and when it left, of course it went faster. It didn't have to stop to pick up trash. That's just false information provided by a particular person.
Did the dogs ever pick up a scent for Sebastian?
From my information that I've been given, no.
Did they find anything on Sebastian's cell phone that would, you know, kind of show that he was going to run away or where he might be?
Not that I know of. He didn't have any internet access or anything on there. He'd have been able to call, text, take a picture, send a picture, use the calculator. That's about it.
Was Sebastian in school on Friday, the day before he went missing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you, Chris, or Katie, or any of you suspects in this case?
No, we're not.
Have you been cleared?
I don't know if the investigation is still ongoing. We wouldn't be cleared until the investigation is done. But currently, from my understanding, they don't have any information that would attach us to any wrongdoing.
CPS has gone to Katie's house before. You didn't know about that until this investigation. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, I do feel like CPS should have contacted him. If there was something going on or an open case and they have 50-50 custody, then he should have been informed.
Shocker. CPS doesn't do the proper procedure in a case of a
Right.
missing kid. Wow. Next. Shocker. I've never heard that before. That's the first I've ever heard.
I don't know. He seems legit to me. I don't know why people are thinking he's suspect or whatever, or that he's suspicious. I know that some people were kind of talking about they were a little suspicious over the GoFundMe that he had, like I guess a $20,000 GoFundMe or something. But to be honest with you, I mean, just like the other Proudfoots, I'm sure he has bills and things he needs to keep up with as well.
Well, it's not
been a month and a half, 6-7 weeks. Here in like a week, I think it's going on 2 months. So, I mean,
it's not unusual. I mean, we saw that with the Kylie Rodney. Remember, they tried to do a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Because they were losing money because they couldn't because I think they had like a resort, like a little
work. I mean, they have to live. Like, I mean, goddamn, they were fucking throwing a damn fit because they were out eating at the Cracker Barrel. Are you fucking serious? These people have to eat. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Hey, Voices, what's up?
Hey, buddy, how are
Hey,
you?
Voices.
Hello.
What's happening? How are you?
Hi. Well, I'm frustrated because this seems to be a whole ploy to pit this family against one another.
Yeah.
And in the end, the person that loses, it's not the Proudfoots. It's not Seth. It's Sebastian.
Yeah.
Because
that's what we've been saying this whole fucking time, girl. Shit.
I know. I was listening. I was soaking. I was listening.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. He's the one that suffers out of all of it, honestly. I mean, he's the only one suffering.
And what's going to happen if, in the end, they find out that, just like what Seth just said, nothing indicates Chris or Katie, nothing indicates Seth. So who then would it be? And why are you guys digging into every ounce of these people's personal lives? I don't get it.
For money.
Right. And that's a problem because that's exploitation.
Well, they don't care. If they cared, they wouldn't do it.
This goes on with every case, but it just gets worse and worse and worse. And I feel like this one's even, I mean, like this one picked up where Summerwell's left off. And that's scary to a point.
Yes, ma'am. This one, this is listen, if these guys could have gotten into the landfill, this is what they would have done in Quentin Simon's case. They'd probably still be digging in the landfill.
No, that would require work. They don't do work. They're lazy, untalented hacks that couldn't even work at a McDonald's because that would require some sort of technical skill, some sort of like an ability to follow instructions. No, they're talentless hacks. They wouldn't do that. They'd probably just film the location and then they would go home and, just chill in front of
I mean, why would they? Why would they go work at McDonald's and be around people for 8 hours a day
and do a job, an actual
hour,
job,
when they can make Cash Apps and PayPals and get paid to go walk around and show you what it looks like down there?
Exactly. It's more profitable. One requires, the working McDonald's requires following instructions, doing an actual job, a service, feeding people, and the other just requires you to just point a camera and read a
Right.
Google
What's going to
article.
happen when they do come upon remains, and now they had 3.5K in their chat, and now 3.5 thousand people plus one.
Well, I would only feel bad for the family. I wouldn't give a fuck about those people because those people decided to go into a live stream.
That's where I was headed, B-Tim.
Yeah.
That's where I was headed with that. Because now the family, their worst moment has just been viewed. And then that's going to just promote all the way out into the algorithm. And now their darkest, worst moment.
Yeah. I just want to
immortalized forever.
And I just want to make clear, I would feel bad for the family, but those people that jumped into the live stream to watch a search of a missing kid like that in the middle of the woods, well, you get what you can deserve. You know what I mean? Like, you want to see that, then you get to see that. You know what I mean? And I hope it haunts you. That's my opinion. That might sound cruel, but you've made you're finding entertainment in a missing child.
My question is, are these people that have been out here saying that Katie and Chris are guilty and just absolutely vilifying them, are they going to be willing to give public apologies and say, I'm sorry?
That's a good joke. That's a pretty good joke. They don't fucking apologize. They'll just delete their lives and move on to the next story. What are you talking about? You know this already.
Listen, something has to be done. There has to be some and I don't even know the right words to say, but like in some form or fashion, this is a violation of TOS. And people need to understand that, because you're using your platform for real world harassment. You went out and harassed the United Cajun Navy so fucking bad that they pulled back, and then they threatened to do an expose on other YouTubers.
Yeah. And they did it, and they were successful, and they got more views, and they got more money for it. YouTube rewarded them for it. And the one that's the people are losing is the family and this poor child, because 24 hours was completely lost, where it could have been crucial to basically, that could have been the time that this kid, could be in the woods, and he could have been deceased because of that 24 hours that they missed. Because all these people want to live stream, they have their egos out, they want to have their egos, they want to fight with everyone. Now, I don't condone the remarks made by the Cajun Navy towards JLR. I think that was a terrible idea. I don't think they should have ever made a remark. I think they should just ignore a clown like that, in my opinion.
Do you guys realize it's a Gerber grow up policy?
Gerber grow up? What are you talking about?
That's what the life insurance on the little boy is a Gerber grow up policy. Google that. It doesn't pay very much.
Yeah, it's like very little. It's like, what is it, like 20 grand or 30 grand or some shit like that?
It barely pays enough, to cover final expenses. A little bit more. I mean, maybe a little bit more over that, but gosh, you guys, like, what? This just makes me so sick. It's so disgusting. Why do we have to vilify this family? Why do we have to add to an already tumultuous situation?
It's like $50,000. I mean, like the maximum it can go up to is $50,000, and if he turns 18, it doubles to $100,000. So that's not a lot of money. $50,000. Just for me, it would not be a lot of money. I think most people would.
She's military. Katie's military. Don't you think that maybe there's a better policy than that one?
Yeah. Also, like, if you're doing a plan like that, like, the insurance company is going to wait until he's pronounced deceased, and that usually takes many years for that to actually, done. So that doesn't make sense. You wouldn't like make the kid disappear and then basically have to wait like 5 years if you're lucky to collect a policy. That's really dumb.
7 years? It takes 7 years to have somebody declared deceased. I mean, come on.
Yeah, unless you're like in court, it takes you a while.
Right.
It takes you a very long while.
That somebody somewhere dropped the ball because I was never informed. And I'm the biological father. I have joint legal, joint physical custody. Somebody dropped the ball and didn't reach out and inform the father, which is me. And I don't understand why the state dropped the ball on that one.
And how did you find out about CPS?
Podcast.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I mean, how does that
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Especially with this case, that they might have done something to cause him to run away?
I don't know what that really means, but I just know that I don't have all the information.
Is there an official timeline? And I know people, there was, we went to bed at this hour, but does TBI or anyone have an official timeline as to the series?
I'm pretty sure they do, but I'm not involved in the investigation, so I wouldn't have it.
Have the three of you been in contact every day like you were several weeks ago about this?
I was in contact with both Kitty and Chris today, but I've heard he said his phone is open and available. Well, so is mine. You can leave a voicemail. Like 7 or 8 people have already left me voicemails today. I'm going. I get people calling me while I'm on the phone, and it's like, I can't just sit there and answer the phone for everybody. If I did that, I probably wouldn't be able to get out of my house.
There's been a lot of criticism over this investigation. I'm sure you've received criticism as well as the Proudfoots. How does that make you feel in a time where you're just trying to find your son?
People are being, that goes back to those keyboard warriors I talked about on the first interview that you and I had. They're still at it. They'll never stop. There's cowards in this world, and then there's people who are go-getters. My feet, they're on the ground. They're never going to leave the ground. I'm going to find my son. Period.
And plans, today on moving forward, any more resources being used on this investigation, or anything you have to say about that?
The United Cajun Navy is currently sitting down there right now at 90 Volunteer Drive in Hendersonville. 10:30. That's when volunteers need to show up. 10:30. Show up, have your ID, sign the paperwork, and they send people out in teams. When you show up, there ain't nobody there except for a couple people. That's because they've already sent teams out. They're just going to keep sending teams out until we find my son.
Have there been a lot of volunteers coming out to help find Sebastian?
Today there was, and I want to thank everybody who did come out. We're seeing an increase, and we're going to continue to see an increase. I'd like the whole state of Tennessee to volunteer, and then we'll hit other states.
And you're Sebastian's father. Tell me, what is Sebastian like?
He's a unique child. All right. It's really hard to describe my son. Besides being unique, whether he's up to no good or he's up to good, he's just got that uniqueness about him. It's really hard to describe. He's my mini-me. If he has a goal, he's going to accomplish that goal. People at school, they liked him. All the kids are wanting to know when he's going to come back. They want to help and volunteer. Teachers are they're putting out prayers every day. Everybody, it's coming up. It's Easter. I'm hoping for an Easter miracle. I could definitely use it in my life right now.
And why did they search the landfill?
I have no idea. They didn't. Not part of the investigation. They're not going to tell me stuff.
Now, see, that's the very first thing they did. They had a probable cause warrant to go search the landfill,
Right.
and nobody really knows why they did that or what
Because
they
the
were
garbage,
looking
it was
for.
said in the very beginning that the garbage can weight was heavier than it was in past weeks because they actually go out and they still have to lift them. So, and I don't remember what
So that
interview.
was enough, just saying that it was heavier than normal. That was enough to get the probable cause signed to go out there.
Well, I mean, that's what was stated in the very beginning. I don't know which interview, if it was on Duchess's, if it like
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll have to. I'll try to go look and see if I can't find it. I know he did a few, so
I think it was in the Proud. It was in Chris and one of Chris and Katie's interviews.
yeah. How many did he do? How many did Chris do? Like 4 or 5.
4 or 5, and Seth has hit almost everyone. I mean, like
Refrigerated Mustard, thank you for becoming a new member, love. I was gonna say he's been popping all over, to be honest. But that reminds me of like Don Wells. He went all over. I mean, he, like I said, he just want. I mean, they come in here not realizing that they're, what creators they're doing, what creators they're going with or going on. They just really want to put the word out and get their, for their child. They don't really know how social media, the belly of the beast. That's why I've said it before. I'll say it again. They don't understand. They just come in wanting to look, get the word out about their kids. They have no idea that these creators like Smiley just will fucking turn on you in a heartbeat. And
yeah, they're not like, you got to like look at these creators. Like, I would recommend families watch a few of their lives and see how they interact with past cases,
right,
before you jump on. If they have a history of doing this, then don't go on.
So in the beginning, Katie was given a Chris offered to take a polygraph. Law enforcement said no because they were able to confirm where he was. He offered multiple times to take a polygraph. And Katie took one, and as far as she's aware, she's passed. So that tells me that Chris and Katie, law enforcement isn't looking at them, so to speak. And we heard what Seth just said. No, I mean, we're not cleared, but we're not suspects.
Which is a normal because you're not clear. They don't clear anyone. They don't clear anyone. Just how it is.
Listen, I don't believe they're inconsistencies. I believe that they learn from interview to interview to interview. You don't know how your words can be twisted and manipulated until it happens, and then the next time you interview, you make sure that it's not going to happen again. I mean, that's my opinion, but I'd rather err this side of the line than saying that, oh, they're all guilty, they did something. Gosh.
Well, I mean, I think the issue is a lot of them don't. A lot of these people that run these platforms don't actually think responsibly and say to themselves, maybe I should keep this opinion about this particular thing to myself until I get more facts, because what I say could result in some issues. Let me see. It's the case of 100,000 people. And when live did you ever watch when JR went out? Okay, so this one says, I'm just going to call it Zoo Cottage. It says, do you realize that by JLR covering Sebastian Rogers' case, he can bring attention to this case to over 100,000 people in one live? Did you even watch when JLR went out there? There's a difference between the problem I have, and I'll state this again because I've stated this multiple times to people in the live stream. You should not make a video telling your followers to harass the searchers of a case, to basically film them and go and harass them. You should not cause drama, BS drama, for a case when there's a missing kid. You swallow your pride and you move the fuck on, just like many things in life. Sometimes you say to yourself, that's not a fight you want to do because you don't want to cause an issue. Number two, I don't believe you should be live streaming. I'm going to reiterate this again for the people in the motherfucking back. I do not believe you should be live streaming when you are searching for missing people. It is a bad idea. You could find a deceased person and film it, and now that is permanently on the internet. You cannot be paying attention because you got a super chat, and then you're suddenly missed the kid in the bushes. And now they check it off as search, and now that kid is dead. Or you could be alerting a criminal. If JLR wants to sit on the side of a motherfucking road and live stream, that's great. Let him do that. If he wants to search, tell him to shut off his motherfucking camera and go out there to search. Do not live stream when you're searching for children and or adults. That is what I'm saying. So if you want to be a live streaming news reporter, stand in your car, at home, or on the side of a location and do it that way. Or if you want to search for people, shut off your camera, search, and then when you get back, go on a live stream and discuss your search. That is very simple. And
I'm sorry, but Nancy Grace calling out the stepfather, calling out Chris Proudfoot, that doesn't mean anything to me. Nancy Grace is the OG tragedy pimp of the true crime world. So just because she thought that she got somebody caught up in something, that doesn't mean anything to me. That means that Nancy Grace was doing what Nancy Grace does best, being herself. Sorry, out of gas on that one.
Nancy Grace is a terrible person. She's like, I couldn't believe she snapped. Like, she is such a terrible person. Honestly, very few people. Like, I would honestly say JLR is the moral superior of Nancy Grace. It's just honestly, because
I have watched the interviews. I'm not going to fight with you about it, but I have watched all of this. I've stayed quiet about my opinions on this, and my opinions on this are those parents, Chris, Katie, and Seth. They're all a victim. They're a victim. They're granted a set of rights. And rather than going out and interviewing exes and like digging into lives and all of that, why don't we just stay on this side of the line and promote this about this little boy and stop impacting searches that are causing people to stop and not do what needs to happen to find this little boy? That's all. That's my point. The end.
And you know what? I mean, you're welcome to your opinion that you might think things are suspicious. I can't even hope to say your name as DF whatever. I'll just call you.
It's the home row keys. ASDFHIJK.
Okay, so I'm just gonna call you Asd. So Asd, you're welcome to your opinion on the case, and Voices is welcome to her opinion on the case. She can think of them as victims. There's nothing wrong with her opinion. She can have her opinion on the case, and you can have an opinion that they're suspicious. My only problem is don't harass these people. You can have your opinion on a case. You could discuss your opinion on the case. But the problem is a lot of these content creators go beyond just discussing a case. They go on full on harassment. You know, they're not like, well, this is the timeline and this seems a little suspicious. They're like, let's go through a view of their house. Let's look at the inside of their house, guys. Hey, look, that's where their bedroom's at. That's where their kitchen's at. This is where they work. Let's go. Let's investigate. Let's harass them at their house. Let's film their house. It's like, come on. So, Voices is welcome to her opinion on a case, and you're welcome.
I'm just going to stay on this side of the line. Like, everybody else is crossing that line, and they're having no problems crossing it. I'm going to stay over here on this side of the line, and not do it. Like that's where the line is at, because this is about a missing 15-year-old autistic boy. That's what this is about. Nothing more. Nothing more. YouTube shouldn't be impacting these cases like this.
I mean, I get people. Yeah, that's true. And I get people like Nancy Grace, but I don't like her. I don't like her voice. I don't like her past. I think she was a shit prosecutor. I think she's a shit news reporter. I think she's a ghoul. And honestly, I think she disgusts me in a human level. Like, you know, like how you walk into a room and sometimes you get that feeling from a psychopath. Like, that's the feeling. Like, you know, that's from No Country for Old Men. He's Anton. She's like Anton. Okay, Anton, the guy who got the thing that blows holes in your head or something like that. He's like this. She's like a psychopath to me. That's my opinion of her. I don't like her. On a human level, I don't like her. Like, I really don't. But you're welcome to watch her. I don't care. You can watch whoever you like. But me personally, you're never going to convince me to like that woman. Never.
I'm with you on that.
Anton Chigurh. Yeah, she's like the Anton Chigurh.
What I appreciate about Seth when he's speaking is he's not wanting to get into the dramatics. And he's like, nope, that's part of the investigation. They wouldn't tell me that. I appreciate that because he's trying to make this about his son. He doesn't want the dramatics. Could you imagine put yourself in his shoes for just a moment. Imagine if you were in his shoes and somebody from the interwebs impacted and caused people to stop searching for your child.
Rachel Wolf's like, who does Tim not like? Well, I like a lot of people. You just hear me not like stating that I don't like Nancy Grace. I've stated this as an opinion like about a year and a half ago. So I don't like her. I've looked into her. I've seen the shenanigans.
Did you see what Trainwreck Lover said? Tim brought the big soapbox today.
Yeah, exactly. The big soapbox.
Gosh, dang it. Well, you know what, though? Nancy Grace, she's an asshole. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah, no one likes her. No.
Yeah, she's one of the OG tragedy pimps for sure. And I ain't even going to sit up here and stun. I haven't watched all the interviews. There ain't no way I can't keep up with all the fucking interviews.
Yeah.
Well,
I do think it is horseshit, though, if that's what happened. If Crime Sleuthing did do that.
What'd she do? What the fuck now did she do?
Well, from what they're saying, she okay, so I guess Cajun Navy was supposed to go on her. She reached out to them. They were supposed to go on her channel, I guess, and because well, let's see. They were supposed to go on her channel because she wanted them to do an interview or whatever. Anyhow, apparently they seen the chat and didn't want to go on. They wouldn't go on, and so she had a conversation with them prior that she had recorded. So because they didn't go on, she just played the recording.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, so
dog agreed.
That's what I was just going to say. The dogs are in agreement with it.
The dogs are in agreement.
Christ on a motorbike.
Yeah, I mean,
when's that one going to stop? When is that one going to stop?
Well, don't think she's going to stop, but whatever. It is what it is. I'm just.
So one more case. We can pinpoint her direct impact. One more case.
If she did,
Kylie Rott from Summer Wells. Long case. Summer Wells, Kylie Rodney, Quentin Simon, the Idaho 4.
She is busy.
The lady that unalived when she they went after the family and said she's there. No, they're not going to help. Remember that one?
Oh
the
my
woman
God.
That was in the woods. That was. Yep. Yeah, I remember that one.
And Link got into it with the neighbor and the ex-husband, put all his information out, doxed the hell out of him.
Wow.
I mean, it's case after case after case after case after case.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, yeah. And that slimy story woman, she's putting out flat gossip and speculation and not citing sources. It's like she's flat out lying, twisting shit, putting spins on shit. It's so disgusting.
Yeah. Rachel Wolf says, no, I did not mean it like that. I just did not hear who you. Oh, I understand. It's cool. But anyway, OMG, Nina's drunk. She is real POS. Who's Nina's?
It's I'm sorry, what name did you say?
Cheesy Wheezy's comment. Nana's drunk. She is a real POS.
Oh.
Who is Nana's?
Nana's not drunk. We're talking about Slimy's story time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know the.
Like she's putting out. I'll be Tim. She put out flat out just gossip and lies, twisted stuff. Took it and spun it, twisted it all into something that it totally isn't at all.
Shocker. Not Nana's drunk.
And Tim, can you explain to me why you would want to interview and put out the Chris Proudfoot's ex-wife who's in a current ongoing custody battle? You want to put her on this platform and let her tell her story while she's in a current ongoing custody battle. And should that woman have told a lie, that can now be used against her because some YouTuber put her on the platform while this child is missing.
Well, to answer your question, if I was a YouTuber that, didn't have any moral compass and I wanted to make money and I didn't care about the investigation and I didn't care about defaming people and I was a scumbag, the reason would be to make money. That would be the reason. I would say to myself, wow, there's a lot of people that would watch this live stream of me bringing this the ex-wife here, and that's what I would do. So if I had no morals and I wanted to make money, that would make sense to me. So yeah, because it has nothing to do with the actual looking for this kid. It has nothing to do to actually bring awareness for this kid and anything like that. And if this woman had legitimately information that could lead to finding this kid,
none of it ended up being.
I didn't finish. Yeah. And if this woman had legitimate information to lead to finding this kid, I would probably have told the woman, hey, there's cops that you can talk to. You don't have to talk to me. Here you go. Here's the number. If you legitimately think this knowledge can help the cops. But yeah, that's just my opinion. But yeah, sorry to interrupt your voices.
Even if it's not monetized, she's in the middle of a custody battle. Why would you platform that and put that out? That could impact her custody case.
Well, that's
bigger picture.
Well, that's on her. That is on her. That was her choice. She made it as an adult. She made the choice to come on here. If it affects her child custody, then that's on her.
Yep. Just like the saying, if a kid wants to stick a fork into a socket, first time you stop them, second time you're like, That's an old saying. That's an old saying.
Nina's lawyer said that it would do nothing to her custody case with Chris, but did she ask if it would hurt Sebastian's case?
Well, they don't care.
Well, I'm just reading Callie's comment.
Her attorney encouraged her. Her attorney's an idiot. Her attorney's a fucking idiot. Okay, I will state that as a matter of fact. Their attorney is an idiot. Okay, yeah, go on this YouTuber and discuss this while you're in the middle of a custody case. Oh my fucking God.
I don't know. Listen, I think that there's a time and place to tell her story. I just don't think right now it was appropriate for it. I believe that there's a time and place to bring that out. But right now, in the middle of all of this, I just see it as another detractant from the focus being on the missing 15-year-old child. That's my opinion and where I stand.
My son. Wow. I thought that was just a saying, to be honest with you. Muffin Mouse.
So this interview is I guess one of the most recent ones that Seth has done, and I was going to play just a little bit of it. You know what I'm saying, to kind of get an idea of where,
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of this interview.
Yeah, I did too. I seen a little bit of it. I didn't see a bunch of it, but I seen a little bit of it, and I thought maybe we, you know what I'm saying, to listen to a little bit of what he's got to say.
I'm honored to even call him my friend. Please welcome Seth Rogers to the show. Seth, how you doing, my brother?
I'm alive. Boots on the ground still.
No doubt. No doubt. First off, I want to do this for you really. You doing that thing out there, bro. You doing that thing. I just want you to know that. So I appreciate you, and I appreciate all that you have been doing, because somebody's got to do it. And I don't really see anybody else spearheading this situation. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I am my son's voice.
No doubt. No doubt. How has things been?
Well, you know what? I do believe that, and I believe that I don't get me wrong. I'm sure he's probably stressed to the max, you know, and to deal with this and your child missing and regular, you know, things in your home life. And I mean, I'm sure it's exhausting, you know, and they don't know how YouTube works. I don't think any of them really realize how YouTube works. They just, like I said, he wants to get his information out about his son, and that's really all he's interested in doing, is what it seems like to me.
And you're right, because he doesn't
recently.
He doesn't focus on any of, like, anytime there's anything that it could be about the investigation, he focuses it right back. Like, I think Seth is doing this with a genuine heart. I really believe he is, because he's not getting involved in the drama. He refocuses it immediately. Right. He sidesteps it and he detours from it, and he brings it right back to, where is Sebastian? So, like, I think he's doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah, I never questioned that from day one. I think that's his son. I mean, I know he's doing it for the right reasons. I just, you know, the way people are judging him, I don't know. The way they judge these families, though, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I know. Yep.
It's been like on Grisham novel, to be honest.
Thank
you. Yes, I'm live. I'm not putting you on the camera. Nobody wants to see you in your pajamas.
I'm sure there's some people that do. But when you say John Grisham,
I want to see you in your pajamas.
Hold on, time out. You're being silly now. But when you say it's like a John Grisham novel, what do you mean by that exactly?
Just an amount of weird shit. I mean, can I cuss on here?
Yeah, you good, bro. It's a late night show. It's a Friday. We good.
All right. It's just some weird stuff has been going on as of late. That it's just weird. My volunteers have been having people follow them while they handed out flyers and stuff like that. So
hold on. Volunteers are being followed while they hand out flyers. Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Yeah.
This is
why?
What's been going
on. Money and also idiocy and money.
I mean, how would people make money hindering to stop somebody from handing out flyers? What the fuck is wrong with these people? Oh my God. I'm that irritated me really bad right there.
Followed, you said?
Yep.
Do you mind expanding on that a little bit?
Right.
I just tell my volunteers that get together to help pass out flyers for Sebastian. They noticed that vehicles be following them. And I told them if they see anybody following them, get their license plate number. And I pass it off to TBI.
That's what's up. Wow. So people are getting followed, allegedly. People are getting followed who are just passing out flyers, volunteers that are just contributing in trying to find your son. That's very odd. Have you seen anything like that yourself? Have you followed?
Can't intimidate me. I have a goal in mind.
Gotcha. Have you already reported that? Because that basically says yes to me. So have you reported that at all to TBI or any law enforcement at all that you have been followed?
Yeah.
Has it changed as of late, or are you still getting followed?
I haven't been followed today.
When did you go ahead.
Today, if they want to know where I've been, I mean, they can ask me. Whoever wants to follow me, I was at church 3 times a day. It's Good Friday. Time to go to mass.
Right on. When did you report that? Go ahead. What were you saying?
Fuck. I'm still shocked that people are out there following them the fuck around while they're putting out flyers.
Are you really shocked? Or are you just like, because I'm not shocked.
That's some petty shit. I mean, I don't understand what the fuck they think they'd be doing. Why? For what? Following them around while they're hanging flyers. What is that going to do?
Just wait till you hear what else comes up. I mean, this is and they
real goddamn petty. You know what I'm saying? Like really super petty to be doing this. You know, while they're for a 15-year-old boy. I mean, this.
Did you go to mass?
Not yet. I'm a bad boy. I'm burning in the fiery pits of hell. I know.
I'll get down and help make sure that you don't stay there long.
I appreciate that, my brother. I appreciate that. But when did you go ahead? Say that again.
It was time to change.
Right. Always time. But when did you report to TBI that you were actually getting followed? Was that yesterday or was that a few days ago?
I've reported some license plate numbers to TBI. I let them know a couple weeks ago that some of my volunteers were being followed.
That's just crazy to me. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
That's very, very weird. We might circle back to that question here in a second, or at least that topic here in a second. But I do have some questions. I know that there has been some updates. You and Katie Proudfoot, at least Katie Proudfoot, were in the same room with TBI, and they gave you some updates. Can you tell me anything that came of that conversation with TBI?
The video with the 2 flashlights on there, they showed me the whole video. And then they showed me the video in the daylight too. And it wasn't flashlights. It was literally the video that showed to the public was like a small little portion of the screen.
So it was basically nothing in a nutshell. Nothing to be worried about.
Yeah.
Not the whole actual screen.
Garbage
and
truck.
It was a trash truck. Came through. It's why it was slow at the beginning, because it was picking up trash. And then after they picked up trash, when it came back, they were dipping out of the neighborhood.
Interesting. Because, okay, so we've seen that video. We've all seen at least what Nick Barris put out here. Now, and you're trying to explain it a little bit. I hope you can explain a little bit more. When you went and saw it with TBI, the nighttime stuff, the flashlight, the stuff that looked like fireflies, for crying out loud, in the black abyss, was that the full picture, or was that a cropped video?
That was like a 3x5 of a full TV screen.
Really?
Yes.
So okay, so it was a cropped segment, or a cropped section of a very big picture.
I've seen some people actually sit there and talk about, well, the trash don't run at 3:15 in the morning. You're right. It runs between 5 and 5:30 in the morning.
Right.
But the whole time that I watched this, the time on the DVR that they had stayed 3:11 for like 15 minutes.
Okay. So
broke equipment.
So it was broken. Okay. So it stayed at 3:11 for the whole time. So 3 o'clock was not the time that these trash guys came in. These garbage men came in and picked up the trash. That was a little bit later on, a little bit earlier in the morning, if that makes any sense. More like 5 or so, right?
Correct.
And of course, again, this was a cropped video from a very, very big video.
Yes.
Okay.
I honestly think somebody did it for clickbait. I mean,
I see. Okay. So then,
he wanted people to log in to follow. And if he's watching this now, he knows why I'm not answering his phone calls.
Oh, I see. No, I get that. But okay, then tell me this.
It is false information.
Who's he talking about?
Oh, no. The first time I seen those lights was that news reporter. But I'm not
sure. Yeah, because he just said I'm not answering calls. Hold on.
Follow. And if he's watching this now, he knows why I'm not answering.
I see. Okay. So then,
he wanted people to log in to follow. And if he's watching this now, he knows why I'm not answering his phone calls.
Oh, I see. No, I get that.
Or it could be Furious Blinks.
It is false information.
It could be Furious Blinks or that news reporter.
The news guy, he says it later, uses his name.
Okay.
Oh, Nick Bear. Okay, Nick Bears or something. He's a news guy and also on Facebook. Okay.
Okay.
And something that's going on trying to find my son.
I can understand getting upset about that for sure. I definitely can. But there is actual movement in that area. If he didn't know, I could see that. But I can see a little mistake happening there. But as far as the rest of the image, right? Because it was only cropped with a bunch of with those 2 white dots floating around for 2 seconds, right? What does the rest of the picture that you saw look like? Is it just pitch black, or was there movement elsewhere?
It's dark because it's at night, but you can make out the road. So it's like whoever shared it with Nick and Nick put it out, you could see the whole road. There was nothing there. There was no cars on that road. There was no movement on the road except for the trash truck. That was it.
Gotcha. Okay. But you also saw footage from during the day as well, right? You just said that it was nighttime and day.
Yeah, because what they wanted to do is they showed me the footage for the night, and then they turned it on and they took from the same camera video footage from the day and showed me where the markings and everything were, so that I had no doubt in my mind.
Gotcha.
Because some of those lights actually stay stationary.
Mm-hmm.
They're on throughout the night and throughout the day. And they literally showed me where it was. And I've been in the neighborhood. I even knew what house it was. As soon as I saw it, I recognized the house. So I knew the angle. Because the angle's coming from at the end of the street. It's not pointing at like a common section. It's just literally at the end of the street so that the owner can watch all their vehicles.
Gotcha. Wow. Okay. And for everyone who's watching the show, just tuning in just right now, this is the biological father of Sebastian Rogers. Just so you guys know, he has boots on the ground in Hendersonville, doing everything he can to find his son. He has been missing for the past month now. It's, I'm sure, extremely daunting. As you can tell, Seth, I can't wait for you to have an actual good night's rest. I know that won't happen until you find Sebastian, but still, I know that you're doing a lot of work to try to bring your son home.
I feel better today. I've been to church 3 times. I've done mass. I'll be at church again tomorrow for Holy Saturday, and then it's Easter Sunday. And I'm just praying for a miracle. So,
same here.
Go to mass for that, then, buddy.
I will be for sure. I will be for sure. But one thing I do want to point out really quick to everybody, real quick right now, is that there is a GoFundMe right now. This is to help Seth stay boots on the ground out in that area. Okay, before we continue on in our conversation, please, guys, I'm going to make sure that it is posted in the posted at the top of the chat, in the family chat, so that you guys can go. Please, their goal is to just hit $18,000. They're almost there. Okay, $1, it doesn't matter. A penny, it doesn't matter. Whatever you can contribute is still a step in the right direction. So please go over to his GoFundMe, show some love, show some support. There's some other things that I will be sharing with you guys as well. If you want to contribute in other ways, we will be talking about that a little bit later on in the conversation. Okay, but go to that GoFundMe if it moves you so. All right, this man is boots on the ground as we speak. So go over there and help if you can. Okay. And we will be talking about volunteers here in just a little bit as well, okay? Just to give you guys all a heads up if you want to get out there and help search for Sebastian. Now, you went there, you checked out this video, the full scope of this video. What we saw as regular people, okay, that are very passionate and...
Okay, so, is there anything else like that any good timestamps that we need to listen for in here?
Oh, I don't know. Don't know any. I think that was it.
He hit 18K and then upped it to 20K.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
I heard that. And yeah, it is frustrating and tragic that they. That's frustrating and tragic that they left. I got to be honest. And as a father as well, I can only imagine how that feels. But as far as volunteers go, has that changed in the volume and the reception and the attendance of volunteers down there?
I have to say, I think if I was him, I would be really upset if the Cajun Navy left. And if they left and didn't want to search for my child, that would really like be devastating to hear. So you know what I mean, because you got into it with another person or whatever, and had issues with someone else. You no longer, and I understand the death threats as well. Like I get it, but it would still be hurtful that they didn't want to stay, and you know what I mean, or they couldn't stay and look. That would be really hurtful to me. Like that would be really hurtful to me. I think I would be pissed about it. You know what I mean?
You'd feel abandoned and let down, right? Like somebody came to help and then they were chased off.
Yeah, I would be very, very upset. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Did you
a little bit? I mean, people are conscious of their own well-being. I can't expect people to, be threatened or anything else to help me find my son.
Yeah, I'm sorry that's happening to you, brother. But I want to bring this up really quick.
This is what it tells me.
Shoot.
People don't want me to find my son. Well, they can rot in hell, and people in hell also want ice water. And I have iced tea.
I got you. But for those of y'all who want to stay in heaven and want to help volunteer, can you let them know where they can go and volunteer? They need as many boots on the ground, okay, out there, guys. So can you tell them where they can go and when you guys are starting your search tomorrow morning and all that?
Right now, you just need to kind of pay attention to the Facebook pages. I will be at church tomorrow. I mean, I'm taking this weekend to get my leads in place so that I have viable leads on where I can send people. There's a couple groups that are out there that feel the same way that I do about my son. You can't scare them. They're meeting. They've got things on Facebook.
Gotcha.
So where they're showing up, they showed up today. I think it was like 35 or 40 of them. And they went and handed out flyers and searched a couple areas. I know all that sort of stuff. At the same point in time, during this interview, I've already ignored 8 telephone calls from people who are calling in to find out what the game plan is and to tell me information.
Well, I won't keep you on very long. I know that you got a lot going on. I got a few more questions for you, but I do want to bring up all these things so that people know where to go. So is it still not?
So that's good. I mean, at least they're still setting up for setting up and doing searches. I mean, but it's just.
Yeah.
At one point in here, Seth makes an announcement that they've been given a building to use as their headquarters going forward. So he talks about what was like, where it would be, and they give the address and all of that.
That's good. He speaks on a lot of church and mass and really hammers it in that he is religious. I don't know why that he makes me feel like it does. Well, you know what? When you're in a tragedy, you usually kind of go back on certain things, and some people it's religion, some people it's other things. So maybe that's what he does, when he deals with stress. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Seth needs to not go on panels. That will help him a lot. Yeah, but I don't know. I think like the issue is that when you jump on all these panels, it's like it makes him probably feel like he's doing something more, but it doesn't. But we'll see. Hopefully he'll focus on the search and just stop with the panels and stuff like that.
Okay, there was a creator that said Sebastian was SA'd. Who said that? What creator said that?
Okay, so I know about this because it was really like it happened on Brittany J.
Probably fucking Laura or somebody.
No, it was Brittany J. And it wasn't Brittany J. It happened on Brittany J's panel, but it was Regina from it was a panel guest that's always on her panel that made the actual statement. Either way,
did something like that come out on the did something like that come out, or is there?
No, ma'am. There is
No.
nothing for that. Like, it's bad.
Oh, man,
Tragedy
that's
Pimps
bad.
Exposed. Tragedy Pimps Exposed has it, and it's bad. That on top of some other stuff that transpired.
Come on.
That was very racist and culturally inappropriate.
Yes.
Very bad. Very bad. I'm not okay with it.
What
And
the
I
fuck is wrong with people?
That it's not okay. It's really bad.
Yeah, I saw the video on Tragedy Pimp. It was not good. So
It's and Spitfire Spotlight has the other stuff. It's bad. Uber bad. And there are no indications or evidence or any of that that support that allegation. And the fact that it wasn't shut down and stopped immediately.
That's my question. Why was it not shut down and stopped right then and there?
That's my question too. Why was the culturally inappropriate stuff not shut down and stopped? Like,
Where is this at? Where is this at?
Go look at Brittany J's panel and
or I could just Tragedy Pimp Exposed.
Yeah,
Tragedy Pimp Exposed has the video.
And I'll go get
Just give me a
Spitfire.
moment.
That's formerly Tiger Talks.
One moment. Yeah, you get Spitfire as well. She has that.
Who's a Spitfire? I don't even know who the fuck that even
She
is.
changed her
Never
name. She changed her name from Tiger Talks to Spitfire.
It was.
Oh,
yeah.
like, who the
It
fuck
was.
is
It
that? I've
was.
never even
It's
heard of
formerly
this
Tiger.
person.
She
Wait,
she
agreed?
had some problem. She needed to do some rebranding. What?
Yeah, that's. I mean, I just didn't know who I just didn't know who it was. You know.
She just changed her name. That's all.
So. Well, see, in this. Okay, hold on. Is this with Deets on the streets? Is that what it says?
Okay, so that's where it was discovered
That's 40
at.
minutes. Yeah, that's 40 minutes, and I'm not playing all that. But I do know that there's another thing, too, as far as this goes. They were up there talking shit to Bangs and had Laura on the panel. Nobody called fucking Laura out for talking shit and reaching out to Matt and Madeline Soto's mom.
Oh.
Well, it was a joke. It was.
They just let it go. No, so
Queen,
no, you guys are gonna
Queen,
call Bangs out. They should have called her out too.
Queen, it's a joke, bro. It's a joke. It's a prank, bro. It's a prank. It's a prank, bro.
What are you talking about?
That was her excuse. That was Laura's excuse. It's a prank, bro. It's a joke. I was just joking, bro.
No, fuck no. No, you don't fucking prank a missing child's mother, murdered child's mother.
It's a prank, bro.
Okay, so the other one, I think it's the one before.
By the way, I put it in the back, by the way, Queen, from Tiger Talks or Spitfire now.
Yeah, I grabbed it. I'm like over here and fucking, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck, you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. I saw the clip. I mean,
I don't know. There was fucking 9 of them up there. There was like 8 or 9 of them up there. Not one of them fucking girls, not one of them had enough backbone to say, no, Laura, you fucking did the same shit. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah, get down. Stop clout chasing. Get off my panel. I know you're here for the sub grab. Get the fuck off the panel.
That's all she's there for. Come on, man.
When did that happen?
She's sitting there up there acting like she didn't do a goddamn thing wrong. Are you serious, girl? Stop it. That was ridiculous. I could not even believe that.
When did this happen?
This one's okay. So this one's 15 minutes long.
Yeah, that's
Mocking missing child's parents. Hold on. What?
That's what Brittany J did. Yeah.
Well, and to be fair, it's not, I mean, she didn't stop it and she laughed at it and she didn't get it corrected before it got so far down. Like, you noticed how Pascal immediately corrected Seth in the beginning of this. Oh, come on now you're being funny. Let's get back to. There was none of that. It was allowed to go on. It's not okay.
Yeah, man, you got to kind of shut that thing down. I know sometimes you get like put into it. Like, you know, for instance, that whole Diddy situation, you know, sometimes you get someone that jumps up and you're kind of like, okay, now let's get back into the subject. Let's not get into this subject, guys. But, you know, you got to put a stop to that and just change the subject back. And you got, you know, you kind of say, listen, this is not a joking matter. And you got to fucking tell, you know, keep it serious, you know, because it is a serious matter when it comes to the subject. You know, that's the truth. Yes, lying Laura contacted this mother victim via a pet sitting service in another state. What the fuck is wrong with you? I put the call as you see it with the Laura clip as well, by the way, in the back.
Yes, that's the one I was talking about. That is the exact one I was talking about. This one right here. Yes.
Okay. Can I clarify something?
Hold on. So we got LFT up here, Decipher, Melissa J, Gavel Geeks, Funky up here, fucking Bangs, Tia, and Perplexed. Nobody said.
To be fair, I'm sure Melissa J did not know about this. I'm sure Melissa J or whatever did not know about, or even Dash. I don't even know if these people actually knew about the whole Soto case. But I'm damn sure Nunya, I'm damn sure fucking Dietz knew about that situation. I'm pretty sure they knew. So maybe these other people were ignorant to it and they quite understand.
Laura sits and gloats about it after. You'll hear it.
Hold on. Jesus Christ.
I didn't even catch who
They
said
told
the
me I had to go back
word.
to a live stream, Laura. They told me I had to go back and watch a 6-hour live stream about the cool stuff. So they better tell you the same thing, Laura.
We will.
I just want to clarify something.
Me contacting Jennifer Soto on Rover, was it in bad taste? Yeah, it was. Should I have done it? Probably not. But it was really a joke. I knew she wasn't going
It was really a joke. So you're out here fucking playing jokes on woman who has a missing and a murdered child. Are you kidding me? Bitch, you're a whole joke.
going to contact me back. And if people are made something out of it that it really wasn't. I owned it. I'm the one that said it. And believe me, I'm not the only person that did it. So, but I'm not deflecting. I'm just saying.
So if Bangs said that, is that going to be accepted? So Bangs was like, okay, well, yep, sorry. I mean, I reached out to him. Oh, well, it is what it is. Sorry, I owned it.
It was a joke, bro. It was a joke.
It was a joke. Yeah, it's just a joke.
Oh, God.
Is this still going to be looked at the same way? I mean, I'm just curious.
But I've done it. Was it in bad taste? Yeah, it probably was. But, you know, I owned it. And like I said, I knew she wasn't contacting me back. I don't even think her oversight is still active.
What did you send? If you want to share. If you don't want to say, that's fine.
I just asked her. I said, what are your rates for watching a dog? That's all I said.
When crime policing comes back, and then I'll pop off so y'all can keep talking.
Call it as I see it. Says they're degrading crime sleuthing for reaching out to a family member, but allow Laura's just to slide by. It was really just a joke. Laura is not a tragedy pimp at all, though. Yeah. Okay. That's fucking insane to me. That right there just blows my fucking mind. Hypocrisy right up on your panel. We're just gonna let it slide though. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, like you gotta call out Laura too. All right, this one.
I'm like, dang, some of these girls I figure would have been like, full stop. Nah, hell no.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that we're watching a bad situation and then they do a good panel now a little bit where they're correcting the misinformation. It's kind of weird. It's like with Laura, they want to kiss her ass. I don't know why they want to kiss Laura's ass.
No, that is the night that,
of course, you already know why. She hates Queen Bee. I mean,
well, that took place the night before that we ended up with her over here and got her to like admit that she couldn't do the donation. So this was
that's not right. Like recent from yesterday or the day before.
No, that's from like it was put out, but that's I just realized like when I looked and saw that's from the night that started like the night before she ended up over here.
Okay,
and
so at least that's not recent then. That's all that matters. Is that recent? So no, that's from before.
No. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Well then, okay. We've already taken care of that. That's null and void because we've already taken care of that. So I thought that was brand new, like just happened. No. I'm like, no, hell to the no. What the hell? All right. So this is 15 minutes.
You need to, this is the stuff. Yes, this is all about, this is what transpires on Like, this is how we found out about it, was on Dietz's panel. Like, and then from there, it started rolling out from there.
So they fucking basically exposed Brittany J for mocking the Proudfoot parents, or what?
Yes,
Yes.
you're exactly right.
Okay.
They are making,
Oh.
apparently on her panel, so a whole bunch of mocking of the last name, and then it went way far left bad.
Oh, fuck. Okay, here we go.
Titled Tafar Tuesday.
Should we give a trigger warning, or is it like that bad, or just it's just like
It's
they're
very
being
culturally
heavy, or-
inappropriate. They make jokes about indigenous. So
now the Brittany
it's very-
J stuff, this is recent then. So that
Yes.
the
Yes.
stuff with Dietz and the other girls with Laura was from before. This is
Correct.
recent from now.
Yes, that is correct.
Yes, please do not reach out to any of the parents of missing children at all. Please. I mean, like, stop doing that. Please stop doing that. Not as a joke, not to help, not to be fucking chatting with them, nothing. Like, give these people their space. You would want your fucking space. If this was going on with you, would you want random people on YouTube to contact you and then use your conversation and put it out there and record you and fucking, because you don't want to come on their panel, play it on your YouTube? I mean, fuck. Show some grace, man. Damn.
They're reviewing a stream that Brittany. This video is covered under section.
I'm just going to start from the beginning because I don't, you know what I'm saying? I haven't watched this, so I don't know if I start in the middle, it may not make sense, you know?
She'll be okay with that.
107 of the copyright.
Okay.
Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, etc. In this video, I am going to be looking at Deeds on the Street stream from March 26, 2024, titled Tafar Tuesday. They are reviewing a stream that Brittany J did. During that stream, she had 3 people on her panel. Keep in mind they were discussing a missing child's parents during this stream.
Episode 12, season 3 of that fucking home bottle. I still can't get over the Christmas. Okay. I love her. That's his new name. I'm calling him Christisha Stankfoot from now on. Well, I'm just gonna call him Mr. Stankfoot if that's okay.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, wow. Well, that's astonishing.
I mean, this is a 4.5 minute clip, and we are 23 seconds in.
And what the fuck is so funny any damn way?
Are you kidding me?
Their audacity. That's what's funny.
These are the parents of a missing autistic young man.
Just because you think they're guilty don't mean they are.
No, this isn't funny at all. And to make fun of their name? Oh my goodness, hang on.
That's so bad. That's so bad, Nancy.
Yep. Unsupervised, this is allegedly with Brittany J.
Oh, did you see that post? Did you see that post? Somebody looked up the definition, like, of the word Proudfoot, and the fucking definition is hilarious, dude. It says something about, like, I don't know, something about a toe, and not only that, that was the synonym. That was just the synonym. It said the main description, it said, was bloated and something.
What the fuck?
A bloated toe?
Lord help me. I got lost. Man, I was like cracking over that shit. I was like, what the hell, bloated?
Okay, I've got the definition right here.
Are we 12? I think so. This is a missing child's case, y'all. And I'm not saying you can't laugh. Of course you can laugh, you know.
No, I wouldn't laugh.
But like at the expense of the parents of this missing child?
Agreed. Not good.
And it's not even what she's saying it is. It says it's Scottish. It's a nickname for someone with a strutting or swaggering gait, from older Scots and Middle English proud. And then it says prude for proud, haughty plus foot equals foot. Alternatively, it may be an alteration by folk I can't say that, of the older Scots adjective proudful, which means excessively full or bloated. It doesn't say any, like the bloated part, she got that
but
part
it's
right,
not
but
about like a bloated.
not what they were trying to make it seem like. Absolutely not.
Supposedly it's some kind of like American Indian shit. Like he's an American Indian, and like Proudfoot, like Stinky Dog, like you know how they got the names. But anyway, like
Oh my God.
This is my first time hearing
Some
this.
American Indian shit?
Are you?
See, they do think. They think that
They think it's native. They do think it's an indigenous name. It doesn't matter that it's.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it seems like she's completely lost.
So they were just sitting on the panel clowning like a motherfucker when they should. I mean, if they were gonna do this kind of shit, which they shouldn't at all, but if they were gonna do this shit, this is behind the scenes ass bullshit. They should not be doing this on the panel at all. They shouldn't be doing it at all.
Yeah,
They definitely should not be fucking doing it on the damn panel.
Yeah, they should not be doing on a panel. They should not be joking like this. It's just really fucking terrible idea. A terrible thing to do. She's lost complete control of her panel.
Yes. And she's participating in it.
Yeah, man.
Listen, I reached out to her.
I mean, and usually Brittany don't do that kind of shit. I mean, I don't know. This is
it's been getting.
This is fucking This is fucked
Queen,
up.
I reached out to her privately and let her know that this was not okay by any means, and it's wrong. And then she makes an apology video. Oh, just keep watching.
Was it a good apology video or what?
Oh no, she took no ownership for it. All she said was, "I didn't say it." Right, you didn't say it, but it was on your panel, and you allowed it to go on.
Yeah, I mean, Brittany, I don't know why you did that, man.
Nope, done. That shows me everything I needed to know.
Jeez Louise. All right, guess we'll.
It's not that it's a Scottish name. You're still poking at this name belongs to the parents of this missing child, and you think it's an indigenous name, and you think this is funny.
man, I was like cracking over that shit. I was like, what the hell? Bloated toe. Supposedly it's some kind of like American Indian shit, like he's an American Indian, and that's and like Proudfoot, like Stinky Dog, like
Stinky Dog. Oh my God.
First of all, indigenous or even Native American, but American, what'd she say, Native Indian?
Thinks he's American Indian.
She said a Proudfoot, like a stank ass dog or a stanky dog. What is she? What the fuck is she just?
She's trying to say
is that fucking Brittany didn't enter in here and say, hey, what? Whoa.
Yeah, because in the end of the day, like, this is a discussion of a missing case. You shouldn't. These people are victims still. They're not suspects in this case. They're not, you know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't be fucking clowning these people.
Well, no, and to make a big ass fucking joke of it, I mean, come the fuck on, man.
Yeah, and like, if people start doing that and laughing on your panel, you got to be like, listen, you can't do that here. You can get the fuck off the panel. You want to talk seriously about the timeline. You want to talk seriously about the case. That's cool. But you don't fucking go on this platform and start shitting on people like during a missing case like that. I would have just told them, like, get the fuck off. I would have just told them, get the fuck off. Like, at that point. Like, I've done that in the past. So, because you do get those clowns that try to, like, that jump up and they try to act like fools during a case. And it's like, no, this is not the time and place for this. You know what I mean? There's time and place for this type of stuff. But yeah.
Well, she participates in it.
Yeah, it's not good.
100%. And I'm sorry, but that is not nervous laughter. That is not nervous laughter.
Yeah, man, because the thing is, like, I'm going to tell you, Brittany, the relatives watch these live streams and they see shit like that. You know what I mean? It's not right. The guy's running around. They're running, you know, the biological father's running around looking for things like that, looking for his kid. You got the parent, the step father and the biological mother in hiding because they're being harassed by crazy people online. I mean, and then they see this shit. Come on, man. What are you doing? This is so unnecessary. This is so ridiculous. Like, honestly, I would probably be like, apologize for this shit and just fucking own up onto the stupidity of this thing and try to fucking just.
Well, she already
learn from it.
apologized, but it wasn't an apology because essentially what she said was, I wasn't meaning any harm and I didn't say it.
I get, but you know what?
For it being said on her panel, and it gets worse. Just keep playing because it's going to get way worse.
I know. I've seen this clip. I've seen it.
Think he's an American Indian? You know, an American Indian?
Supposedly, it's some kind of like American Indian.
American Indian.
No.
I think you know the history. Do you even know history, bro?
Hang on, let me go back. Here we go.
Oh my God! Even Jason's making fun of Sinner.
Lord help me. I thought watching it. Man, I was like cracking up with that shit. I was like, what the hell, dude? Bloated toe.
Bloated ass nose.
Supposedly, it's some kind of like American Indian shit. Like he's an American Indian, and that's and like Proudfoot, like Stinky Dog, like you know how they got it. But anyway, like I'm not laughing. Look it up. Somebody found like the Native American meaning of Proudfoot, and that shit was heavy rolling, dude. That shit was hilarious.
Roasted. There goes your interview. Mr. Bloated
Hey, you should get fucking Snakefoot up here for an interview on your channel.
Hey, I'm a registered Native American, and I approve of this message.
No. Wait. What's your American name? I mean, your Indian name. Regina.
I have no idea. All I know is my grandmother was a full-blooded Sioux Indian, and I'm literally a quarter-registered Native American Lakota Indian.
I promise you, it's not.
We'll have to think about it. We'll have to come up with one for me.
Why not? My grandmother called me Aviana, and she said it has something to do with taking flight or something like that, or a little bird taking flight or something like that.
But that's not funny. That's not funny like bloated toe, though.
Maybe that's the way. They call him.
I don't know what it means exactly, but anyway, and this is no offense. Don't nobody take offense, because I've known a lot of Indian people.
Don't nobody take offense to the Indian stuff, guys. We're
not about to say something, and my friend passed away, and he was.
There's two
Jeez.
Sorry, I gotta pause. Don't take any offense. We're just poking fun at Native Americans, at indigenous people. Like,
Yeah, that's really fucking fucked up.
Yeah. I think at that point you probably like.
I don't know why she didn't boot her ass the fuck off, or why they didn't
boot them all off. Boot them all off. Apologize and delete the motherfucking live.
Did you know how they got those names? Like she's, you know what I'm saying? For fuck's sakes, yeah. It's. I can't believe she didn't fucking shut that shit down. She should have shut that whole conversation down.
Okay, so the allegations that Sebastian was SA'd, and all of that happened was by the same lady that said that she was a registered Native American.
Jesus
they called him Chris. What was it? Chris Big Toe? Is that what she was saying? Something Big Toe?
Stink Toe.
Stanky Foot.
Stink Toe or something like that.
What?
Which is not even funny. It's not even funny and stupid. But like, why would you say that, man? It's just so fucking bad. Because you're creating like a very negative situation, a negative environment. You're creating people that might like fucking go after these people by doing
Well,
stuff
nothing like
that.
making fun of this fucking little boy's fucking family and his, his dad's name. And, I mean, for fuck's sakes, what if he was alive and, just happened to see this, or, you know what I mean? Or his family happened to see that or be listening to that. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, man.
Yeah, man, that's so fucked up. And it's like, you can't, I mean, like, if I would have done this, I think you would have probably kicked me off the panel and fucking yelled at me.
Oh, I'd have been fucking pissed.
You would have been so pissed off at
James
me.
Johnson, thank you for the $4.99 super stickers. Great job with your channel, QB. Thank you. I appreciate that, love. Yeah, I would have been mad as hell. I'm not even gonna lie. We would have had a conversation. You would have been off of here, and oh man.
Yeah, like that would have been anyone. Like immediately they would have been kicked. They would have been yelled at. They probably would be like, they might have been banned. who knows? Like that's the type
I'm
of
surprised she didn't shut this down herself. Honestly, I really. We'll finish here. I'm gonna finish it or play it for a little bit longer. We're 7 minutes in. This is 15 minutes. I'm trying to let it play through in chunks.
Yeah, so context.
It's me off. It's hard for me not to stop and start going off a little bit. 5 by 5. She what? She talks about her child having chink eyes. Are you fucking kidding me?
God damn it. Why would you do that? That's so fucked up. Why would this ever come up in a true crime case?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what does that even have to do with anything? And why are you referring him?
Like,
I
what?
don't understand
But don't
this.
take any offense to it at all, because it's cute and funny. We're laughing. So they asked me who's on the panel. Brittany, Nana's Dragonfly, it's kind of blurry. Regina and something crime chat. Sarah Jean, and I can't tell who the bottom one is. Emmy Joe, maybe? I don't know.
Hold on, they said it's on the channel. Always appreciate it. Hold on 1 second. Always expected, never appreciated. I'm going to that shit right now.
Emmy Joe, Sarah Jean. Jesus.
So it's like a.
I'm sorry, what?
These are like this must be one of her hate channels or whatever. People that don't like her, somebody that don't like her that caught all that's got these, because this is like a channel that obviously don't like her, which I don't encourage people to play channels that don't like me either, but this is foul as hell, so I'm playing this one because it's fucked up. Which one is it? The first one or the second one? Because both of them were done a day ago. I'm guessing the one with 1K.
Hey, AF Littleton.
Oh my God.
AF, we can see you.
Yeah, AF, we see you, baby. Which one? Which video?
Yeah, we see you, AF. I see you. I see you. I can't believe they would do something.
They both have it? Okay. Give me 1 second.
Like, why would you ever, like, that doesn't even make sense, like with a brain. Like, how would you not see it, like, you forget about morals for a moment. Like, morally, this is repugnant to do, and it's terrible to do. But, like, why would you think this would be a good look? Like, laughing at and making fun of the parents of a missing child, and then, saying racist comments, and even, like, just so fucking crazy to me. Like,
yeah, this is wild as hell. All right.
I never have once said that Sebastian was SA'd.
So I'm just a little. I would like to know. I wish that she would give us a definitive time when Sebastian started having these issues.
Oh fuck! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do. I'm over here like, what the hell? So hold on. Let me put this back up because I just closed the whole little group chat of, or the whole little group, whole little chat of, or like the whole group of tabs I had open here. Man, so she said she didn't say it, but she did say it. Is that right? Is that what we're
pretty much
ready to hear? I'm guessing
She alludes to it.
Long. This
Okay,
one's
so
like 15 minutes long.
That Regina is actually the one who says it, and then Brittany alludes to it, but it comes really quick. So listen.
Okay. Should I keep this up or just put it down and play it all? Or what? I mean,
Just put it down and play it all. I think they'll be fine with it.
Well, they said we could play it. I just didn't know if there was something coming up that I should keep it covered. That's all.
No.
All right. I'm surprised. Did she say she apologized? Like, she come out and apologize for this? Because normally I don't think Britain or whoever this was on her panel that said he was SA'd, because I thought it.
Listen, this is that starts off with the apology. I never said Sebastian was SA'd.
Okay, because it says Poison Ivy here. Brittany J, do you get off with the assumption that a 15-year-old that goes missing who wets himself has been SA'd? Is it funny to you making light of his parents' last name? Brittany J, do you get so?
Yeah. See, that never happened. Okay, I do want to make something absolutely clear. Mods, please be ready. Okay. I never have once said that Sebastian was SA'd.
So I'm just a little, I would like to know, I wish that she would give us a definitive time where when Sebastian started having these issues of
Okay, so you're telling me they're up on her panel. She's not the one that said this. Someone else said this on her panel, though, right? Is that what you...
Correct. This is what she says. She says, I wish there... She's alluding to it without saying it after somebody else says it.
Okay.
Using the bathroom on himself.
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny, but whenever a potty-trained child starts wetting the bed and starts soiling themselves, it is almost always a sign of abuse. Whether it is physical or in nature, it is a sign of abuse.
Well, that was...
Is she... Are we talking to a psychologist or somebody that's got a degree in... Okay,
That is Regina from the first video that said, I am a registered native and I approve these jokes.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have her up there anymore.
Where I
she's
was
up there all the
going with
time.
Trauma sign. Not necessarily, hopefully not, I pray to God that he wasn't being, SA. But it doesn't have to necessarily be SA. It could just be, mistreatment.
Someone has stated to the public that I said Sebastian wears pull-ups because he somehow was SA'd. Never, ever, never would I go there. That is a bold-faced lie, and it's a shame on the person that's going around spreading that nonsense. Shame on you.
Whenever a potty-trained child starts wetting the bed and starts soiling themselves, it is almost always a sign of abuse. Whether it is physical or in nature, it is a sign of abuse.
Well, that was where I was going with it. Trauma sign. Not necessarily, hopefully not, I pray to God that he wasn't being, SA.
What the fuck, Brittany? Is that Brittany saying that?
That it's a trauma sign?
I pray to God it wasn't him being SA. Is that her?
Yes, that is Brittany. Yes.
Come on.
And I guess this happened before the other one, but I didn't know about this because she hid lives. She's been hiding this shit.
I don't know. I mean, I like Brittany. I'm just really having a hard time that she, you know what I'm saying? That's why?
Well, I was okay with her until this one came out. After the last one, I blocked contacts. Like, I want nothing to do with any of this. None at all. This is so wrong. And I've always stuck up for her. This is so wrong. All of this, the fact that she didn't even take an ounce of responsibility, nor in private conversation did she take an ounce of responsibility. It was complete deflection. And I'm not okay with an ounce of it. This is absolute exploitation. This is misinformation. This is scams, and deceptive practices. This is 100% wrong. And I am not ashamed to stand up here and say that. Not at all.
I pray to God that he wasn't being, SA. But it doesn't have to necessarily be SA. It could just be, mistreatment.
And I'll say this and then I'm done. If you're gonna listen to me hard and come at me and do live streams about me week after week, listen to what I say before you run with such a lie. I never, ever have said that, and nor would I. I've never even insinuated it. Not once. That's a lie.
Well, that was where I was going with it. I pray to God that he wasn't being, SA.
Oh. Mods, please be ready because I'm seriously I'm being falsely accused of stuff now. This ain't right.
Well, that was where I was going with it. I pray to God that he wasn't being, SA.
Oh. I still have them, and they are going to be back up. They'll be back up tonight or in the morning. All of my live streams are accounted for. I did not delete them. They'll be back up. I actually had to private my live streams because somebody was using them to bully and harass and to just sit and talk trash. And I refuse to, people, I can't prevent people from going live and talking about me. Whatever, that's a part of the territory.
Right, and it is a part of the territory, and I understand people go over stuff and people go over your lives, and I get that and all that, but I mean, god dang, man. What the hell you doing, Brittany? What the fuck you doing? I don't understand how you would say half the shit you were saying or even allow half the shit you were... Why?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
It's completely not appropriate to say these things, and you're fucking.
Yes, and you sit up there and let people, even if she isn't the one, initially saying it, she still let people sit up there and say that nasty shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I've always liked Brittany, and I mean, she's a great, she's done her grift and whatever, I can't, I don't know, man. I know what she does. I know she does her grift. I know she does her thing. But I mean, this right here, this is too much. This is too much.
Yeah. I'm kind of shocked at that.
Crispy Treat, what's up, baby?
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
I just came in here and I saw this the other day. Now, I'm not that familiar. I don't watch that channel. And I'm not even sure who it all is over there, or who was saying what, but I was shocked when I heard that. I heard it on a clip channel, but I was shocked by that just because I think I've told y'all that I have a son that has autism, and I had to, when he was a baby. Now, I had a daughter ahead of him, and I was in such denial about his autism to begin with. I kept saying well, little girls mature faster, and that's why he's so much slower than she is, on their milestones. And but when it finally happened, where I was I was in school and I was passing a bulletin board, and I was looking at the bulletin board, and it had the top 10 signs and symptoms that your child would have autism, and he had 8 out of 10 of those things, and I just burst into tears. Makes me cry now. I don't know why. I just kind of knew it, but I just hadn't admitted it. Well, anyway, when that happened,
well, it's tough, it's
yeah.
okay. It's all right. You're doing all right though. You're still
it just was hard, and I didn't know. I just didn't know. My mother kept saying things to me very gently, and I knew those things were happening, but I just didn't want to say it out loud, maybe. And then when I saw that bulletin board, and when I guess I just saw it in print, and I don't know, and I went out into the car and I sat there for an hour and just sobbed. And then I got myself together, and I started making calls, and I called. It was just I guess everybody has them in their city, but it was just a service that was free in my county, and they were a group of ladies that would come to my house, and they taught me how to be a parent to him because I didn't know how. I knew how to be a parent to my daughter, and I certainly was a great babysitter throughout the years. And of course, before you're a parent, you know everything. But then when you actually are a parent, you're just like, oh God, maybe I didn't know everything. But having a child with autism is a whole different, it's just everything's different. I didn't know how to teach him, was my problem. And potty training was the biggest thing, But I mean, they taught me how to communicate with him. They taught me how to discipline him. It was a lot of work, a ton of work. And then once that was a service that was offered until the age of 3. And then after he was 3, it was a whole different service that was offered. But until they're diagnosed, and that was the other thing too, I couldn't get a diagnosis either. For whatever reason, the doctors just wouldn't give me the diagnosis, and I kept thinking, like, why won't they do it? I could get so much more help for them. But in retrospect, I think that they were doing that. They were trying to save me for insurance purposes. I think that once I got the diagnosis, then a lot of this stuff I wouldn't have been able to have received, But these people were great. They were called Sight Services with a C, and they really helped me. I mean, it was hard and it was frustrating, but the potty training thing, I just didn't think I was going to be able to do it. And these people stayed at my house for like an entire weekend, basically. And I mean, I wanted to kill them too. I just wanted them to leave so badly because it was so hard, and I couldn't stand it. And it's hard to watch your child being like corrected and stuff by other people. Oh, that was hard, But the potty training situation with this child, there are a lot of reasons why a child with autism isn't toileting correctly or having accidents at night. That's a really common thing for that to happen, and it's a difficult thing. I mean, I was lucky that my son was potty trained basically after that weekend, but nighttime stuff is also difficult. I know my best friend has a son that's a typical child, and his bladder didn't grow as fast as he was, and so he always had trouble at night, until he was bigger,
Yeah, and it's common for kids. I mean, it's common, that kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to get too much into it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But that's I just thought that was an awful thing to say.
It really is. And I don't think maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe she doesn't really understand how many people were upset by it,
Yeah, because that's just, and then what it made me think of? I thought, God, I hope people don't think that kind of thing about, I hope nobody thought that about my child, or just because,
Right.
we're having, what I mean? You think about like what other people must be. I just couldn't believe that came out of her. I don't watch that show, so I just didn't know. But I wanted to correct the record on that there's a lot of reasons. So sorry, I just went on a rant.
Well, Sebastian also had a chromosome deletion. Because of that deletion, it can also impact organs.
Yeah, I heard about that. I just heard about that. He had a chromosome issue because there hasn't been people have had a lot of different ways to describe him, and with all children, they're all unique in their own way, but children with autism are a little bit difficult to describe because they're just not typical. And I think the father said some really lovely things about him. He just said he was just unique, and but with that, do you know anything about that chromosome thing that he has, like what the symptoms, or do you know anything about it? The symptoms?
I do not. I'm not even sure which chromosome. I just know that he has a chromosome deletion.
Yeah.
Again, I've been trying to not go digging into anything and staying on this side of the line. Also,
Right.
because he is autistic, so that to me says he's special needs. So that would give that family more reason to give them their privacy and their rights. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I had when I first heard the story, I think I had the wrong perception of the mom and stepdad. Maybe I just had some, little tiny little red flags that came up. Just, I think like if I ever God forbid, had a child that was missing, I would hire a spokesperson. I would never go in front of the camera because you just get picked apart no matter what you say or
Okay,
do.
nonsense. It's nonsense. Nonsense and Remy. It's a 6q27 chromosome deletion.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would love to. I'm gonna write that down. I would love to look that up and look into that a little bit. But I was thinking that I had some little red flags that popped up. But then when I found out that he was I guess he was a lot more high functioning than what I had initially thought.
Yes, he was
So
very high functioning.
yeah, and I had thought, well, that's really strange for I mean, it's very common for them to wonder and but like without the shoes and like Google says that 90% of them do have that integration sensory disorder. I know a lady came up the one day when I was up here and disagreed with me on that, but I was pretty sure on that statistic. And then when I looked it up, it because my son has that, and without the shoes on, and him, I would, if he has any of that sensory integration disorder.
He was just diagnosed within the last year, as far as
Yeah.
So it's
That's
a new
another thing.
diagnosis.
That's what I was gonna say. It's really hard. You know what I'm saying? It's really hard to tell.
Yeah.
For her to be saying this is kind of bullshit, but we're getting off track, baby doll. So I'm gonna play this.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. So
Well, I
thank
appreciate
you
you
for the
coming up.
time. I
All right,
appreciate you having me up. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Territory, but I'm not going to allow people to use my content as a way to try to critique everything I do and say and twist it. Yeah, no, thank you, 911 operator. I didn't. That person is very wrong for saying that, and they should be ashamed of themselves. I don't know where they got that, where they even got that from, but like I said, I'm going to put it back up, and I asked anybody, go through my streams. I've never said that.
Well, that was where I was going with it. I pray to God that he wasn't being, SA.
Oh, I did not ever, and I want to just make that clear. And I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it loudly. Never, ever have I once said, nor have I insinuated that Sebastian was SA'd because he wore pull-ups, or that he was SA'd at all. What the? It makes me sick even repeating that.
Whenever a potty trained.
So she was repeating. So hold on. Was she repeating this other lady that said it? Or was she just in the middle of the conversation with the other lady that said it? I feel like we're missing a little bit of context here, but I know it's gone, so I can't go back. But
no, the second thing that you said is correct.
It's
the
all
second.
Okay.
That's the whole thing. I mean, this is like legit. This is how it comes up in a conversation.
Okay.
This is how it transpired on the panel.
We're not missing anything else with this. Okay.
No, ma'am.
Gotcha.
Child starts eating the bed and starts soiling themselves. It is almost always a sign of abuse, whether it is physical or it's in nature. It is a sign of abuse.
Well, that was where I was going with it. Trauma sign. Not necessarily, hopefully not. Maybe I pray to God that he wasn't being, SA. But it doesn't have to necessarily be SA. It could just be, mistreatment. Sorry if you hear my chair. I'm hoping by tomorrow. I'm hoping that by tomorrow to have my new chair put together. I do not want to do it because I think I told y'all this before. But if I attempt to assemble my chair, y'all are going to hear a big loud crash and boom because it's going to fall apart. I know me. I just so yeah.
They'll be back on my channel tonight when I finish the live. It's just other people were trying to use it tonight to do a drama live, and I didn't. I'm sorry that I had to even discuss that, but that is one allegation that I am just disgusted by.
Well, that was where I was going with it. I pray to God that he isn't being, SA.
Oh. Well, yeah, I guess I don't understand. Well, that was where I was going with it. I guess I don't understand that part of it. You know what I'm saying?
So Regina said it, so Brittany didn't have to, but Brittany was alluding to it and opened the door for the conversation to happen, and then allowed it to transpire. Yes, ma'am.
Gotcha. Yeah, because this is the same one, isn't it? Is this the same one that
I don't know what I can't see it.
I think it's the. I'm not sure, baby. Let's see here. It's another one that was emailed to me, so I just popped it up real quick. But I think it's the same channel. Actually, it says most memorable moments. With Griffney J Part 1, and I don't know if this is part of the, because they said something about chink eyes or something like that. Chink eyes.
Again,
Are we gonna get in trouble playing this?
I don't know. That's what I'm hoping not. I mean, this is. I don't know. That's what I want to know if there's anything bad in it.
Maybe you should listen
Is
to
there
it.
anything bad in this before we play it? That's all I want to know. Is there?
I mean,
don't know.
Would you like to toss? I mean, would you like it to toss it to me so I can look at it quickly, or do you want to watch it? Like,
Yeah. Matter of fact, yeah. That's what I'll do.
Because I'm kind of worried about
what I said there. Okay, so yeah, okay, so it says it's okay. They said it's okay. It's fine.
Oh yeah, always listen to the chat. Okay, I'm not listening.
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm not listening to the chat. Give me the damn clip.
Yeah, last time we got ourselves in trouble, huh?
Yeah, give me the clip because I don't trust you. Yeah, I might like you, but I don't trust any of you.
He said, I don't trust any of you.
Is this the clip? Okay, let me listen.
Yeah, it's in the back.
Oh my God, you guys, this is so gross. Like, gross. And this is like, so maybe, how do we got to do better?
Holy shit, man. Well, I mean, she needs to do better. What the fuck? Come on now, Brittany. What the hell you doing, man? I don't know. I was shocked they didn't say shit to Laura, though. I was really shocked. But like I said, that's an old fucking clip, so I can't. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was something new. Shit. I'm like, I cannot fucking believe they did not say something to fucking Laura's ass. I mean, I still can't believe they didn't say something to Laura, but I guess it is. It's water under the bridge already, but. Did you guys see JP made a new video? I fucking cracked up.
Yeah, you can watch it. She says it towards 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Basically, the first part is her denying.
Well, yeah, that's how I was gonna. It's only like 3 minutes, I think. So here, we'll just play it then. That way, it's
Yeah, I was just making sure. I don't trust the chat. Trust the chat? No, I'm sorry, no.
Granny just said also, though, that I'm going to spell it, that somebody, one of them, CHINK eyes. I couldn't even type it in the chat because it's banned.
On this or somewhere
CHINK eyes.
So, it's all drama. I'm not, but listen, the only reason that I address this is because one of the things, you're not going to label me as somebody
Why are you out here saying that shit? Come on. Come on now. Dang it.
Who hates a person for the color of their skin or hates a person for their ethnic background or whatever, or hates a person for their religion or their race or their ideology. You're not going to do that because I'm not that kind of person. I'm not the one. And I refuse. And I absolutely was what said in poor taste? Absolutely. I didn't say it, but it was said on my panel, and therefore I take accountability for that. But I was sent a screenshot of a comment where Chasing, what's her name? I think her name's Chasing Truth, was told that I have horrible opinions on minorities. That is the biggest lie ever told. I challenge you to ask proof of that. I challenge anybody. You show proof where I'm racist at all. Show the proof of that, please, because it doesn't exist. But
yeah, I was gonna say I've never really heard her being like racist prior to this at all. You know what I'm saying? That's just I guess I've never listened to her enough to hear it, but
and she did not look like a white baby in the least bit. She had very chink eyes. She had a hint of jaundice. Very, very thick, dark brown hair, like black hair. She looked like a and my, like, it was so pronounced that my family had this like joke, this inside joke at my grandma's. They're like, oh, you know, there's the Vietnamese mailman. There's Kendall's dad. Sybil Vines, I'm not sure. I said she had, I didn't say, did I say what kind of eyes Kendall had? Yeah, no, she didn't have any kind of eyes. She just was her skin color, because very Vietnamese. Yeah, her skin color was even the same tint and everything. So my whole point of even saying that is my family, it's a thing in the South. If you're in the South, you know what I'm talking about.
what the hell?
I've never seen that before, and I am even more shocked.
It's like there are. Yeah, that's not good. That is not good.
Yeah, but there's a song too, and I keep thinking, what that song? What's it?
Hey, I've also heard that phrase in reference to somebody that smoked a lot of herb. So,
right, yeah.
I think there would be a better term to use for describing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, there's been references made that are in all really poor taste too. For her to,
I'm not okaying it. I'm saying
no, I'm just. Wow.
Jeez Louise.
Brittany. Did you guys see where Riley Strain had no pants, no wallet, no water in his lungs? And so they're saying, how did he drown with no water in his lungs?
That could happen. That happened with Kylie Rodney. She didn't have water in the lungs.
The throat.
Yeah, that's what they're saying with him. So it's like a big thing. Now they're making, you know what I'm saying? Of course, fucking Nancy Grace, Tragedy Pimp 101, jumped right on that shit.
Yes, ma'am.
She was on that shit like stink on shit. I'm telling you now, she was on it.
Yeah, I mean, usually like
look, right here, 43 minutes ago, right here, bam, she was already on it.
Scrubbed in sunshine. That is just one of the
many phrases used to describe Wiley Strange. So why now has a second autopsy been ordered? Very disturbing facts emerged
Because his family wanted one done.
What does it mean? I'm Nancy Grace. This is Crime Stories. Thank you for being with us here at Crime Stories and Crime Online.
Last seen. And still had on the white and black shirt he was last seen wearing, but his boots, pants, and wallet were missing. Officials say it's not uncommon for clothing to come off drowning victims in the water. The initial autopsy report says no sign of foul play, but the family has ordered a second private autopsy, saying no water in his lungs raises questions about drowning. The claim that the coroner noted a lack of water in Strange's lungs has not been publicly confirmed.
That's a problem. Death by drowning, but no water in the victim's lungs. You know what? Let's don't put the cart before the horse. Let's start at the beginning to figure out what, if anything, we can, based on the knowledge that we are learning from the autopsies. How did it start? Listen.
What's the exact location of your emergency? Yes, ma'am. I'm at 1740 61st Avenue North, Nashville, Tennessee. I just 61st Avenue North in the Nation Office City. Yes, ma'am. Okay. And what happened? My company works on the river. I have just found a dead body. I believe it to be Riley.
Oh, you know what? No matter how many cases you investigate, you prosecute, you cover, when you hear that, it stops you in your tracks. After all the searching, all the prayers, all the maneuvers, to hear that, I think.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't give her no fucking pass. I don't know where you've been, Blue, but yeah, that's fucking foul as hell. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know.
No pass.
So I guess I don't know what you want me to really do. I mean, what am I supposed to do here? Sit and fucking, rip her a new ass while I'm talking about these tragedy pimps? I mean, well, I'm sure there's more stuff that she said that I don't know about. Those are only the two things I was just made aware of. So, I mean, I'll be looking into that shit, but I ain't got time to do it right this second. And just because I don't doesn't mean I gave her a pass. Second of all, Burnt Toast will be coming on. If not, I think it's like either now or in like a half an hour. I'm not sure. So, yeah, like I said, I just, they want a public spanking.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other shit. I'm sure she's probably said, there's other shit. I'm sure she's probably said a lot of other stuff too that I don't know about. I mean, like I said, I was just made aware of these just now. So,
yeah, really sure. I don't know what any of us said that would give her, would lead you to believe that we gave her a pass. We didn't laugh like Dietz did with Laura and say, hey, it was a joke. Nunya.
Yeah, no.
Nunya. No, if you notice, it's like, holy fuck. That was usually the words, like, what the fuck are you doing? Is usually the word we're saying.
Yeah, I mean...
So Joseph,
I'm sure she's beating herself up too. This is the internet. That shit ain't going away. So, I mean, I'm sure she's probably not happy with herself either,
Yeah, it's not good. It's very bad. It's not good.
And, then again, there's a channel that does that too. It takes my fucking shit and twists it and does all kinds of bullshit. So it's hard for me to, when there's a channel and it's just got a bunch of videos about one specific person, you know what I'm saying?
Joseph Scott Morgan did a really good breakdown on the Body Bags podcast of the reason that his boots and his pants were off would be because of the river current.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too, because it's so hard. You know what I'm saying? It was so rough that.
Yep. And we knew.
And they said, sorry, go ahead. No, I'm just saying they said when the girls came up that was really rough and it was really dirty, that there was a lot of stuff in there. So if that's the case, then they could have came off at any given time. You know what I'm saying? Why he was going down the
right. And that could also account for why his cards washed up on the area that they did, because when they opened that dam, it lowered the river. And that could have been, that probably was underwater before. Again, I listened to somebody like Joseph Scott Morgan, who is an expert in that field. And I would take that advice before I'm going to take and question and hop on Nancy's bandwagon. But that's my opinion.
True.
Also, Burnt Toast will be live in about 30 minutes. Here's her link in the chat. If you're not subbed up, make sure you guys go sub up so you can go watch her. Well, that's where we're going to go here in a few minutes. I'll probably shut this down so y'all can go get your drinks and your snacks, and be ready to roll.
Yes, JP. I've talked in the past about my sister having a boating accident and a friend passing away as a result of their anyway. When he was found, when Bobby was found, he also was missing clothing. And it was because of the high water, and it got caught on limbs and stuff that was in under the water. So you're exactly right, JP.
Yeah, it was rough. I mean, it was really rough. And then, yeah, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, it's okay, you guys. I mean, it's been like 15 years. I mean, it doesn't get any easier, but anyway, let's go back to this, please.
With him, yeah, I was gonna say, and with the no water in the lungs, I know that happens. Like they said with Rodney. I mean,
by drowning, because the throat will spasm and close up. It happens with cold water because your body goes into a like that, and it'll spasm, and then it prevents the water from coming into, and you end up drowning. It's a dry drowning.
Yeah.
Believe it to be Riley joining me and all-star panel to make sense of what we know right now. But first, to a special guest joining us, very dear family friend, family spokesperson for Riley Strain's family, Chris Dingman. Chris, thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me this morning.
Chris, I know the family is coming off a very emotional funeral, and that milestone, I guess, is something you have to go through to move to the next point. But I'd like to address the evidence, the forensic evidence, to try and analyze what happened to Riley, because I find it very difficult to believe he fell in the water. Nobody knew about it, heard him yell, nothing at all. And then he turns up without his pants on, his boots, his wallet, all missing. I have a problem with that. I've got a big problem with that. I know you just heard the 911 call. Chris, how did Riley's family discover a body had been found?
The family was actually notified via a reporter, the police calling us, letting us know that they had found Riley, I guess it's ironic that most of our information has come from the media and not the police, but that's my personal opinion on this. But yeah, we were notified just literally moments before the police actually notified that it had not been verified, but they were pretty sure they had found Riley, which, put the family.
A reporter.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's really shitty that they found out via a reporter, Anyhow, I appreciate you guys being here. It's 7:12 my time, so about 7:15. That'll give you about 15 minutes to get ready for burnt toast. I appreciate y'all being here.
No problem.
Thank you guys for hanging out, and I will catch y'all over there. Catch you on the flip side.
Yeah. Bye.
We'll see you later. B10 5 Voices.
Bye, Queen.
We'll see you later,
Bye,
love. Thank you guys for hanging out, and I appreciate the memberships. Thank you guys for showing love to the Hive, as always. Shorty, member for 10 months. I appreciate that so much. Miss Voodoo, thank you for becoming a new member. I appreciate that, and I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you guys for being here and hanging out and going over stuff with me. I appreciate it. I hope everybody had a good Easter and a good weekend. And yeah, I will catch you guys at Burnt Toast. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be on in the morning. Good night, nonsense. Good night, everybody. I will see y'all later.